All right, greetings and salutations. Welcome once again. Today is Wednesday, third day of the week, and the name is Orville.
Yeah, the name is Christopher Zidane Matthews.
Your program boss.
My program today?
Yes, man.
Lots of football on today. You know, you have the Champions League. My team, Arsenal, plays. Man City plays. I think you have locally, you have Premier League football. But the big game is tomorrow. Yeah, Tapa Whitmore versus Rudolph Speed at Draxall.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward. I'm understanding that we might be carrying that game.
We will?
So might. That's what I'm gathering.
Oh.
I was sent a message yesterday. I'm not sure. But I'm sure the listeners would love that because that game should be a game. Let's see if Cavaliers still can be able to compete with a team with more experience and they want to think more overall quality. So those are some things to look forward to in the week. But G-Star now. And this is how you show people being emotional and illogical, you know. So not G-Star only, but other people like CC believe that Michael Johnson, because they want to continue on their emotional rant that Michael Jordan is somehow much better than LeBron James and everybody else. So they come up with this argument that, the era is watered down somewhat and defending is not all that great. So Michael Jordan would average 45 points per game if he played now. Yeah, G-Star tried to defend the nonsense. And when I show him, I say, if Michael Jordan is going to get an increase in terms of points if he was playing now, then so would everybody else who was a scorer back then. So, and in pretty much, there was no pushback to what I said because him can't go around that. So his Michael Jordan's skill set and his mindset allowed him to average the amount he did when the defense was tough. Now it's weaker. Give him 15 more. You give everybody else 15 more. So this would mean that somebody like Latrell Sprewell, who in his prime averaged around 20 points per game.
In his prime, what about his career?
Well, we don't want to. Sometimes they play longer and then water down. So we want to give him in prime, and in prime was in the 90s.
Yeah,
mid 90s up toward. So he would have averaged around 20 points per game in the 90s in his prime. So if you add 15 points with his skill and his mindset, he averaged 20. So if you add 15 points to Latrell's period, if he was playing now, Latrell's period would average 35 points per game, people. So Latrell's period, if he was playing now, would be better than Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, and all these people. So you realize G-Star and CC how silly you are.
Did they agree that if you give Michael Jordan 15 more points, if he came into this era, then you'll have to add 15 more points to all the top scorers in that day? Did they agree to that logic?
You must agree. Because they can't come with the mindset argument because everybody who played had their own mindset and their own skills. So my mindset and my skill set in the 90s against far tougher defense allowed me 20 points per game. But Michael Jordan was just way better than that. So if Michael Jordan, with his mindset and defense, gave him 30 points per game, which you say 15 more, then you have to do the same thing for all the other skill mindset scorer who average 20 plus points per game. It's just only fair. It's just only fair.
It's a fair argument.
Yeah, it's only fair to do so.
It's a fair.
The era only can work for one man. It can only Michael Jordan alone would increase his performance if he played now. That can't make any sense.
That is one of the arguments I use for perennial about Bradman. Weak era. I'm saying then why did the other great batsmen in his day average the same that other great batsmen were averaging before him and after?
Yeah, if the era was weaker, then everybody would be having a lot of runs, averaging a lot of runs.
Why is it that the greats in Bradman's time only averaging the 40s and the 50s, just like every other era? Anyway, the calls are already here. 6766968. We'll take the first one. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Mount Sailor.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Agis, and the long-standing thing with Lara also. People use the same era with bowling and everything. About that is one of the reasons why them separate Lara from Simic.
Yeah.
So if Lara is better than Simic, well, so is Tendulkar. You could have said the captain for Australia. What's his name?
Ricky Ponting.
The captain, Ricky Ponting, and guys like these. So it would not be just Lara who separate himself from
Is all the great batsmen during Lara's time.
Yeah.
during Lara time.
Yeah.
And we would have to say Andy Flower is close to Steve Smith too. Because Andy Flower average in the 50s and Andy Flower was playing on a weak team.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andy Flower was playing on a weak team. So the era, and this is the problem we have with the Jordan people. Because if you're going to say Jordan is one and LeBron is two, and you said it is close. Yeah, a bit about the but more again, just the and I think India beat them and I think Sri Lanka.
Yeah, but
Sri Lanka beat
I think
them.
we had gone 2 from 2 losses. So you're probably right.
Yes, so I guess from our levels, our cricket right now, we're not doing well at all. The people they're just not coming through right now. So I don't know. Well, I was agreeing with the 2-tier thing, but you did come in with this money thing. But I don't know. But we need. What do you think we need, Mr. Higgins? What do you think are the solution?
We need to get back the passion in the game amongst the youngsters.
Yeah, this. Oh, you make it sound so simple, man.
No, it's not simple. It's not simple, but no other thing will work. No other thing will work significantly. You might do a few things here and there that move it from woy to less woy.
So you're saying they've tried to ignite the passion by increasing the thing there, the
Big man.
regional cricketer them pay.
Them try
Regional
everything.
cricketer them pay and it never work.
Them increase regional pay, nothing that no work. Them build academies, cause you know now by your Queen Managa Academy down Antigua and thing. That now work. Them coming up with all kind of thing, more a team, them change coach. None of that will work because we are trying to fix the thing from the top. Until more little boys start playing cricket, West Indies will never be a dominant force again. All if you say million US per game, you're still a struggle.
Yeah, fear. You have to get the youngsters. But one last thing, Zidane, Man City busy in the market, man. You know, Man City busy in the transfer window. And one thing that they have been giving up goals, I see them work on the defensive line. I think they signed 2 defenders already.
Yeah, but I've seen some young players actually, very young players.
Yes.
I don't think they signed
young players, yes, but
I don't think those signings.
Them look to the future.
Yeah, I don't think those signings are in the short term. I think those are more.
And not for the short term.
No, I don't think so.
And they must spend so much money, 50 million, and pay for one of the young defenders, you know.
Yeah, because if
the young one,
it's better.
The country.
Yeah, they think he's talented enough, so they bring in from now. At a younger age, better for you.
So you're saying then that Pep and the management believes that them can at least finish top 4 with what they have.
Yeah.
All right. We shall see.
It's difficult to get seasoned professionals in January. You can't get a lot. Yeah. So.
All right. Mount Salem, hit that.
Right, him gone.
Mount Salem gone. 676-6968. 69, 68. We invite you to call. I talked to some people at this the other day, my boss. Do you know that Mannings, the great Vita Sinner Lethres Morest, has not entered a team in helicopter cricket this year? When I tell you, I say there's something I start. Big Mannings, arguably the oldest high school in the country. And big helicopter cricket, and Mannings now can't find a team. And the way you talk about money, that has nothing to do with money. More money I make out of cricket now than in the 80s. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, no, man. Chris Gayle, them not far richer, quicker than Viv them.
Mm-hmm.
Viv them would have to play one whole heap of time to make the kind of money where them youth can make in 3 or 4 years.
True.
So it's not money. Viv them did love it more than them.
Is it similar in the other countries in the region? You wait, the drop off, because the drop off is really significant here.
Yeah,
in
because
Jamaica.
we not get no star player nowhere else.
Because I heard somebody talking about the amount of schools entering cricket,
Yeah.
island wide versus football, and the gap is just too massive.
It's just what there's a curious thing about the history of Caribbean cricket. We've always had a world class batsman, widely regarded as the best in the game, and nature kind of have it that them come. Well, all right, put it this way: George Headley was our first really great batsman. Started 1930 thereabouts. When his career was ending, the early 1950s, 1953, 54. Our next great named Garfield Sobers started his career. So Garfield started his career in 1954. He grown about the time when Headley had done.
Yeah.
Sobers ending his career in the early 1970s, which is when Viv Richards made his debut. So it's like destiny. I say, so one world man left, we are replaced with one. So George Headley career done when Sobers has started. Sobers career done when Viv Richards has started. Viv Richards' career was finishing in the early 1990s. And then Brian Lara came along. And you would say that these four widely regarded as the most celebrated batsmen that West Indies has ever had.
Yeah.
Headley, Viv. Headley, Sobers, Viv, Lara. Fran Lara left the scene in 2007. We know nobody in a test cricket average 40. And people think I'm money cast. 40 me talk about.
That was Shiv.
No, well, the two of them, since that year.
Yeah.
Nobody who would have started them career after that. Shiv was coming back from the 90s as well. We're not good, my boss. And it's because lack of interest. Me say ad nauseum on the work with me. I saw something this morning while we talk about that with Pete Sampras. In 2021, Pete Sampras said, and I can't find the quote if somebody want me to find it, that Djokovic is the best thing is the sport has ever seen. And he wasn't talking about just Grand Slam wins, because it was 2021, he wouldn't have won the 24 that he's won now. I go and find a quote.
Oh man, this argument about era is that this is the strongest. It's the opposite actually, because the tennis luminaries will tell you, that usually you have one or two dominant force playing at the same time.
Yeah.
For you to have three, it's very, very unusual. To have three people at the caliber of Nadal, Djokovic, and Roger Federer playing at the same time. He's lucky Roger Federer never played in the 90s. Djokovic never played in the 90s. He would have 40 Grand Slam titles.
Yeah, man, you can't go around that. No.
And Andy Murray is one of, in terms of second tier players who are not dominating. You don't have many better than Murray in the history of the sport. So the argument that Murray was a little normal player is a joke.
I'm gonna try to find a quote. Make we take the break now, Nick. 6766968. Lines open. Make we get it going.
We're coming back.
Clear your barrels and personal shipments with ease and convenience. Request customs contactless clearance today through CCP at jca.gov.jm. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
1:15.
Registration is now open for Sagicor Sigma Run 2025. Register now and get ready to run, walk, and wheel for a cause. Our beneficiaries are Sir John Golding Rehabilitation Center, Father Holang and Friends Foundation, and the Kingston Public Hospital. Be a part of Sagicor Sigma Run 2025. Make sure you're there on February 16 for the Caribbean's biggest road race. Visit SagicorSigmaRun.com and register now. Sponsored by Walden, Pan Jam, National Baking Company, Reggae Marathon, Catherine Speak, Malay Media, and Whistling Frog.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Ascent Super Center is the place to be. Regal Plaza, Kingston, and Linstead. We have it all. From linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Ascent Super Center, we're gonna make you smile. Make you smile. Ascent Super Center, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
This is Heather White Davis McDonald, and I'm inviting you to join me Tuesdays at 11:30 a.m. to 12 midday for Let's Reason. We will be reasoning on real life issues with real people. So join me and be blessed.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, back online. We have the lines giving problem again. Oh Lord. I just got 2 texts from people who said the lines were struggling again.
Well, I see a man I look man I take me on Facebook and then Jimmy White I agree.
Which number do we give now, my boss?
We don't understand these people. So Jimmy White, let me give you a cricket example. Since you have averages in cricket, we make it easier for you. Jimmy White, if I'm a batsman and I play from 1990 to 2000, so I will face all those bowlers. And me average, with all my skill set and my mentality, me end up with an average of 40. They have another batsman now who is seen as the dominant force from that era. He faced the very same bowlers that I did, and he ended up with an average of 50. Now, if somebody should say, hey, you know, if Brian Lara played now, he would average 50 more runs, then me will average 40 against the very same bowler that Lara faced. Me, I forget my 50 more runs. So why the man about to say me at that, man? It's not clear, my boss. If the man said the bowling weaker, so the man will average 50 in the 90s will now average 65. The man will average 40, I forget him 55 to boss. Got the very same bowlers I face, and I had to use my skills to average 40 against them. At the same thing, the man who average 50 though, using mindset and him skill set to average a 50. Oh no, ordinary some about.
Well, Nicholas gone for another number. We'll probably have to just done with that number. Yeah. What number do we give them now?
Let me take on the next man.
Right.
Okay.
All right, we're waiting on a number to give you people. We're waiting.
I have to laugh.
Yeah.
Stop the balling and call. Oh, them can't call. When we careful of this era thing, but it don't reason the sports. It's like, and I don't understand how team collectively. I won 3 World Cup, when none me greater than you. That's a team effort now,
Which number is that?
That's team.
All right, come and call out the number.
Yeah, so that's team. But a man, I win him thing individually. I didn't make him greater.
All right, so this is the number. This is the number that we have used when this other number now works. So it's 613-9129. 613-9129. Call it right now. And you're in the system. So 613-9129 is the number when the other numbers are giving an issue. And we continue to hope and pray that we won't be having this problem for too much longer. Right away we go on.
Hello.
Hello, Sir Higgins.
Good afternoon. Zoni.
Right here. Zidane.
Yes, how are you doing, Zoni?
Yeah, you raise a good point with the basketball, but it's not a honest point.
Why, yes, sir?
And this is why I said it's not a honest point.
Mm-hmm.
If you get Jordan 15, if you get Jordan 15 at the average at 30, you can't get Sprewell 15 to at the average at 20. You have to give Sprewell 10.
No, man. Why should I only give Sprewell 10?
Because they work off an average. So you can't give one man 15, which is half of his average, and then you go give a next man 50, which is 3/4 of his average.
No. Listen, their argument is that Michael Jordan would get 15 more points per game if he played. No.
Yeah, because that's how good Michael Jordan is.
Yeah, but
Sprewell is not that.
No, but Michael Jordan's skill set allowed him to average 30.
Yeah.
Sprewell's skill set allowed him to average 20.
Yeah,
against
does
the same.
Sprewell have Michael Jordan? Listen, does
No,
Sprewell have Michael Jordan?
that is exactly why Michael Jordan already averaged 10 more points than Sprewell.
You know what, so I understand
Yes.
the zone I said. Me understand in that way. Me understand Zidane's point, but just as you said, me understand.
Me understand Zidane
The greater
point.
players.
That is why I say I understand it, but it's not a honest point.
No, it's not a dishonest point neither, because I don't know that 10 is the number either.
No, I want to understand what you're saying.
But if you put a great player and a player who's not as great against weak bowling, the great player will take more advantage of the weak bowling than the not so great.
Yeah.
That's why he will go to 45 while I will go to 35.
No, but you give the two of them basically the same
Because
ratings to get the same amount of adjusted time.
You're missing my point. No, let me come right down for you to understand the point that I'm making. So I play against Glenn McGrath, Curtly Ambrose, Wakar Yunis, Wazim Akram. Those are the 4 bowlers I faced. When I face them, they average 60. Me special. When Zoni faced them, Zoni average 40. We play them over 10 years. Only those 4 bowlers. You end up with 60, I end up with 40. So you're clearly better than me. Or whichever. Now we move on to another era. Somebody say, say if the man average 60 play now, he would average 80. How much me would average now?
As a lesser player
now, against the weak. Because remember, we face the same bowlers and you end up with 6 and I end up with 40.
Yeah, but what I'm
so when
saying,
you face the weaker bowler now, all of a sudden now, you're going to be far greater than me. When I was 20 runs lesser than you against the very best of all time. And now we're facing less now, and you will extend your further. You can't extend more than me.
I understand Zone point, but I don't know if I can explain. I don't know if I can explain. But the thing where you say I have something now.
You can't give the two of them the same amount of percentage in terms of average.
But we did the same thing.
Because one better than one.
No, but yes, but you showed being better than me.
You can't say his. Listen, you cannot say his skill set is gonna give him 15 more points. And
Zone.
not as good as Jordan.
All right, then explain to me.
Jordan's skill set is still gonna give him over 15
hold on
more
a Zone,
points.
man. Then hold on a Zone, man.
No.
What was preventing Michael Jordan from separating himself further away from me in the tough era?
Good question.
Huh?
What was preventing Michael Jordan to separate himself further away from me in the tough era that we both played in? What would have prevented?
No, because that's what he did, was what his skill allowed him to do.
Didn't that my skill allow me to do too? Against the same tough.
My skill allow me 30 points. Your skill allow me 20.
Against the same defense.
Now we said this is in a weaker era. And yet still, my skill is going to allow me 15 more points and I'm more skillful than you. and you as the weaker player, your skill is still gonna allow you the same 15 points. That don't add to my greatness then, or to me being better than you.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
I swear I'm trying to say, but that's my point actually. You know? So Michael Johnny wouldn't be doing anything special because everybody would increase their thing in the weak era.
But would they increase it the same way?
Your point is dishonest.
No, but we
look into it yourself.
Yeah,
Jordan is better than them. And your point is comparing exactly to them. That is being dishonest.
No, because when we played together in the same era, you were only 10 points better off than me against a tough defense. So why all of a sudden now me, the less someone face weaker defense, and you have to separate yourself further away. Against a tough defense, you only was 10 points ahead of me against the hard defense, my boss.
Because of your skill set,
But my skill set maybe 10. My skill set against a tough defense, I was only 10 away from you.
Yeah.
So, you want more points than me, you know, against a weak defense.
Against a weak defense, I might be 15.
Why?
You might be 15.
Based on what though?
We're not supposed to get the same level.
No, based on what though?
Huh?
Do you think that the weak? I know.
You know, actually, it's not the same level. What you not understand is this. You know?
There's something. I want to say something, but
no,
Zidane, I'm not sure I can verbalize.
No, there's no argument. Because there's no argument. Because
there's no argument.
Because against the same defense, you average 30, me average 20. Same defense, same era. So you are 10 better than me against this set of defense. We are both going to play lesser defense now. All of a sudden now you are going to go far ahead away from me. Oh, based on what?
No, but me not say you forgot 20, you know. But you can say, all right, Jordan, I go 12.
So why you never got 12?
Yeah, no, so why never put the two of them at the same level?
You never got 12 when you face the same set of defenders?
Because he's better than they are.
Do you think great players take advantage of weak opposition better proportionally than weak players?
Yeah.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
One of the things that great people do
hold on.
Let me see me try and make a point for you, know, because it's close. I understand what you're saying. Well, I'm ask the question, man. Yeah, try. I'm saying that one of the things that separate great players from average players is their ability to beat up.
No, Orville. What separate great man is the ability to beat up the better defenders.
True.
It's not the other way around.
Yes, when Steve Smith then get Zimbabwe, them average 140. You say when Carl Hooper get Zimbabwe, Carl Hooper average.
No, man. The most likely thing is for the weaker man to dominate the lesser men. Not the other way around. That's always separate.
All right, you think, all right, let me say
it's players to use and separate Jordan and
Let me say we can't give a cricketing example. It is very intellectual. Do you think, let's use Carl Hooper or Marlon Samuels, who are good test match batsmen, but you wouldn't say great. And let's use a Steve Smith or a Bradman or a Viv then. How much more runs you think Steve Smith would have averaged in his career for the Zimbabwe map?
No, I know I'm going to that with Orville, but because what I know is that what we usually do on this program is look at what you do against the very best.
Well, that is true as well.
So we separate people, you know. Now, if me I match you against the very best, so me I play Australia and England and India, and me I dominate.
Yeah.
When you can't tell me, say, if I face Zimbabwe now, you're going to dominate more than me. Based on what?
But
it's an interesting conversation.
You're a better batsman than I am, right? I play Australia, I play Zimbabwe and Bangladesh, and I dominate. And yet, still, I'm not little runs, but me not dominate. You understand? When it come up to Australia,
I don't understand.
You make runs because you're a better batsman. Right? Me as a list now, I make duck because me face better bowlers.
I hear you. Me understand your point.
All right. It's a very interesting.
I hear your zone, but I don't understand.
Very interesting to be.
Yeah. Sit on your hand that. You can't go clear on that. You cannot put the two man on the same level when one is outstars better than the other.
I hear you, boss.
I understand zone. Great players go and feast on weak opposition proportionately better than average player. Honestly,
so why we are?
Hold on, I go take the break.
We're coming back.
So while I would give Jordan, is a very intellectual.
I don't agree. I think it's rubbish. Zone attacks. We're coming back.
At the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, we are driven by service excellence. Visit mof.gov.jm for more info. The time by the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service is
1:30.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
Defending champion Yannick Sinner dismissed concerns about his physical state to thrash home hope Alex de Minaur and reach the Austrian Open semi-final. Sinner struggled with illness in his previous match but looked sharp in a 6-3, 6-2, 6-1 victory over 8-seed de Minaur. And that's your Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich financing.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Ascent Supercenter is the place to be. Regal Plaza Kingston and Linstead. We have it all. From linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Ascent Supercenter, we're gonna make you smile. Make you smile. Ascent Supercenter, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Why is it that my box full? Some agree with you.
But hold on.
Some agree with you.
Right away, I hear Fufu Diego and some other man at the elite. I bring up Charles Oakley.
Yeah.
And we know them, you know. We know them brains small, you know. That's why I said other elite scorers.
Right.
That is exactly what I said.
No, man, them can't just bring up any.
You can't bring up any look, man. I say elite scorers. So a man with him elite scoring self, average 20 plus points per game with his mentality against the defense. I forget the same number. That's what I said. Don't come bring up Charles Oakley. Charles Oakley is not even a scorer. Full Diego.
All right. So let's go back. 6139129. Zidane, I'm sure is you them one. Hello. This is Garvey. Hello? Hello?
That's Zidane. You know, hear me?
Yes.
You know, hearing me? Yeah.
I'm hearing you now.
Zidane. Zidane, the basic match that my you must use the percentage, bro.
What you talking about?
If Jordan, if the man is what the caller is saying to you is pretty basic. I said that to a person yesterday. I spoke that in a conversation with somebody yesterday. If a man is averaging 30, and you got average, give him 15 more points. That represents a 50% increase in his scoring average. So a man who was averaging 18, you couldn't go give him 15 more points. You'd have to give him 9 points, which represent a 50% jump in his scoring average.
No. I disagree, my boss. You're talking nonsense. Anyway. If I face the best bowlers in the history of cricket, and average 50, and somebody else face the same bowlers and average 40, and them say, listen, if the man come play the West Indies bowlers, them know him, I go average 65. Me have to get my 15 additional runs too. Don't come tell me for half a percent. Don't try that with me.
You're struggling to that.
Don't try that with me.
Anyway, Mr. Ige.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank you.
Hold on.
You know, when I was growing up in the country, man. Huh?
Hold on. You want to thank me?
When I was growing up in the country. Yeah, man. When I was growing up in the country, you know, my father, he used to own a donkey, but he never used to call it donkey. He used to call it by another popular name, a Jamaican. So yesterday you met me aware of the fact that the name of my father's happy donkey was an illegal cross word. I never did know that, so thanks for that.
No, man. Some word you can't use, Panarita.
Yeah, let me find out like my father donkey name. You know the name that who use?
God, behave yourself and go on. Sure.
Anyway, Mr. Higgins,
Yes.
you purport yourself and Sports Dex as the bastion of intellectual sports reasoning. Now that you say, sir?
Yes.
Cool. So, when you and Zidane both say that the quarterback is the most important person on an NFL team, that's what you both agreed on that, right?
Yes.
What do you mean when you say important? In terms of what?
I mean,
Losing the quarterback will impact the result more than losing any other player.
Properly said.
Losing
the quarterback.
Or about the fact that the quarterback. So it has nothing to do with the quarterback having the most impact on winning.
Then that would just say, my boss.
No, you talked about losing. I'm talking about winning.
Then if you're losing, I win. But it's what's wrong with this, man.
All right, but when you talk about goalkeepers in soccer, what you're talking about? The importance. What are you talking about?
The importance of the position of the goal.
Yeah, it's different.
All right. You know, this sound like Orville. This sound like me have to go send to Jeffrey. This sound like you're saying 2 is 2 again. So let me ask you this, Orville. Let me ask you this. Have you ever seen a soccer team take the field without a goalkeeper?
No.
Deliberately?
No.
Cool. Have you ever seen an NFL team deliberately take the field without a quarterback?
No.
All right. So for sports reasoning purposes, let's get that out the way. That is like saying 2 points is equal to 2. Nobody is talking about a team taking the field without a man, right? Yeah. We're talking about their impact that they have in the field. No. Let me ask you a question.
We'll go over this.
In the case of Zidane Daniels,
I think you agree, you know, that if in terms
Zidane.
of quality. Yeah, go on. Keep going.
So Zidane, in the case of Zidane Daniels that I gave you yesterday, let's make a practical comparison. He came onto the 3rd worst team in the NFL based on the fact that they got the 3rd pick in the draft last year, right?
Yes.
Had the same players, and now they are amongst the top 4 teams in the NFL that remain in the playoffs.
It's only one player.
There's
only one player them had from last season, and it's this quarterback.
Did they beef up their coaching
one
staff?
Significant player.
Is the coach new? Coaching
Zidane.
staff. Is the coaching staff?
Believe you me.
Did they beef up the coaching staff?
The coach is new.
So why you never mentioned that before?
All right. So who you want to give the biggest?
No.
credit
I'm not talking about biggest credit. You said yesterday or the other day that the only thing that new came was.
Don't quote me on that neither. AGS. If AGS is listening, could you? Cause you know enough information that did Dan Quinn get the job this year or last?
I understand that the coach is.
My understanding is that they got a different coaching staff, or at least one coaching staff.
All right, cool. So you are saying that the credit for the improvement at least goes to the quarterback and the coach, right?
Well, I would think so. Because I don't think one man is
all right,
enough.
So let me ask you a question.
I don't think one man is enough.
So hold on. Let me give you a practical. Let me give you a practical example in soccer. Hold on, man. Who's the best soccer coach? Who's the best soccer coach? Did that?
Can't ask. We can just ask a question so it can be easy for us to reason this out, you know.
No, all right. Who you have as the best soccer coach?
No, I want
Guardiola, right?
No, man. I want to ask you a question. Are they?
No, I want to give you a practical comparison.
But I want to ask
hold
a
on,
question
let's make a practical comparison.
No, I want to ask a question. Go ahead.
Yeah, go on. Ask your question.
All right. Are there quarterbacks in the NFL that are better than Daniels, who have been knocked out of the thing already?
Right. No, listen. That is subjective. What do you call better? Based on performance.
No,
remember now, this is his first year.
You are the expert.
This is his first year, and there are some on many networks who say he's playing the best quarterback in the NFL right now. Anyway, let me ask you a question now. Practical example. If I should take the best coach and the best goalkeeper in the world, put them on the third. Who is the 3rd worst team in the EPL this year?
Wolves.
Put them on the 3rd worst team in the EPL.
Wolves.
Yeah. Do you think Wolves will be amongst the top 4 teams in the EPL next year?
If you get the best goalkeeper? No.
And the best coach?
No.
May I give you the best coach though?
No.
Okay. So what does that say to you about the impact of a goalkeeper and a quarterback on a team winning?
Why? Yeah, impact was great. We give it. All
right. Next thing to see that. Next thing to remember, so every team has 2 goalkeepers and every team has 2 quarterbacks, right?
What, Garvey?
No, let me ask you a question.
Who said a goalkeeper could help a team win more than a quality goalkeeper versus a quality? Who was arguing that?
No, when you use the word important,
that is a given in a Garvey.
You can't come and say you're an intellectual discusser of sport, and you only defend to say that a goalkeeper is more important than a quarterback. It's because he stands in the middle of the sticks. And if no man never there between the middle of the sticks, you wouldn't have a chance to win. When practically, we have never ever seen a soccer team take the field without a goalkeeper.
All right.
That is disingenuous reasoning.
All right, my boss.
We leave it there. God.
Anyway, Zidane, may I come to you tomorrow, Tomorrow. You.
All right, Zidane. You're nervous, right?
I'm nervous, guy.
Quivering in his boots. We'll move on to the next one. 613-9129. That's where I work with, right?
613-9129.
All right. The other number I work as well, but make we take that one. All right. Hello.
Yeah, man. Blessings, man. What about big man? And big man. What about?
This is Craig from Houston.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Craig.
Orville, big up yourself. May acknowledge that you're an English teacher and you understand exactly who you are and you hold your position. I'm just come to help you out because you couldn't do the maths. And I understand, so you get onto what the caller was saying,
yes,
but you never know how to work it out.
Yes.
Zidane, you can't tell Garvey them attack rubbish because the man wasn't talking rubbish. He was actually factual with regards to the percentage. That is how you would have to work it out. But
no.
Before you start, listen, Zidane.
No, me what?
Before you start talk, me help Orville to understand what I say without even using percentage. Orville, here the thing is, Orville.
Yes.
If a man is in the best era, I just bring it down to 2 sides, Australia and Bangladesh. So a man I play against Australia all the time, him average 40, the next man average 30.
Yes.
So the man against the best side, the man is averaging 10 points more.
Yes.
Then 10%, 10 points more. When I go to, you can, from this, you can say to yourself, the man is 10 points better than the next man. So if the next man go play against Bangladesh and he make 15, remember the man is 10 points better than the next man, Orville.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's 10 points better than the next man, when he go play against Bangladesh and he make 15, the other man only going to make 5 Orville because he's 10 points better than the man. That is in simplest term we can put it for you, Zidane. But if it's what Garvey said, it's the percentage that is the better way what you're going to do.
We're not sure.
I'm completely lost as to what
we're not sure where you're saying.
Orville, remember go again. So Garvey make it known that the man, when he make 30 against Australia, then when he play against a weaker team, he might be 50% better than the 30. If he make 15, he might 50%. If he make 15 more runs, right? He play against Australia, make 30. He play against Zimbabwe or Bangladesh, he might make 45, Bridget. That's what going to happen. So he's making 15 more runs, which is 50% more runs.
Craig, all of what we are doing now is speculating. You are saying that this would happen. You're attaching an exact science.
Zidane, we have to speculate. Zidane, we have to speculate. We have no proof of nothing for sure. What do you mean?
Craig, let me lay the thing down for you so you can understand. Because I know you like to come into arguments and you don't really grasp it. So let me explain something to you.
Zidane, before you make them pronouncement,
hold the line, Craig. Hold the line. Let's take a break. Look up.
Did you know that there are many exciting careers in public health? Join the Ministry of Health and Wellness for its Health and Wellness Career Expo and Employment Fair 2025. Wednesday and Thursday, January 22nd and 23rd from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily on the UWI Mona campus. Learn about exciting and emerging career opportunities in public health. Walk with your resume for on-site interviews for available jobs across the island. Entertainment, giveaways, and free health screening. We've got them. Admission free. A career in health, the roadmap to success.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolios. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Craig, you still there?
Yeah, man, I'm still there.
All right, Craig. Let listen to this, Craig. So we're playing.
Please don't take 10 hours. Please.
No, man.
Please don't take 10 hours.
Only 30 seconds, Craig. So we're both in the same team. We are openers. We play Australia, right? Every time we play Australia with the same bowling attack for 10 years. After those 10 years of playing against the same four-prong attack, you end up with an average of 50 and me end up with an average of 40. The fact of the matter is you were 10 runs better than me on average against the bowlers for our career. Now, if somebody should say, we're going to play some weaker bowlers now. Zidane, you're going to average now 65. How much? So you get 15 more runs on your average. Why shouldn't I get 15 more runs on my average?
Zidane. So here what I beat in another matter. I am 10 more points better than you. If me give one man 15 more pound field, the one who I lead, the 50% against Australia lead, me give him 15% more, 15 points more pound his. You can't give the next man 15, exact 15 points, in 10 more better.
Let me tell you what is beating you now, Craig. The opponent's component of the argument. Because that is the key, The reason why they're saying Michael John will average more, is not because in the percentage nonsense what you are talking, it's because they must say the defenders now are weaker.
Zidane.
So the reason why the reason why hold on, my boss, man. Let me finish, Craig. The reason why I ended, hold on, don't sit down, man. The reason why I ended up with 50 runs for my average over those 10 years is because of the quality of the bowler. They are saying that if I face the weaker bowler, my average will go up to 65. Then if you will get 50 more runs against a weaker bowler, why shouldn't I when I did what I did against the same bowlers we both faced?
Zidane, my question to you is, and what you're doing is is what them call simplification of a situation. You automatically assume that both of them will rise in the exact same way.
No, but
That's what you're doing.
No, but you don't know either. You must tell me the reason why they wouldn't.
What?
Why couldn't he average two? Why couldn't he average 3 more runs then, or 1 more run against the weaker opponent? We are assuming.
Bossman, listen, Zidane. Listen this. Nobody will know for a fact if something happened. That's one. But logical thinking and logical processing and the best way in which mathematicians angle situations like these is use exactly what Garvey was saying. Percentages.
Let me ask that question. Suppose me average 24 and you average 22.
24 me average on?
22.
Yes.
And then we're going to face the weak people. What's going to happen now?
Virgin, me 2 points better than you.
Yeah, so
right?
what will happen now when the
on average?
Yeah, so what will happen now? Explain that the match to me.
So one on man. So we'll play the weak team and me with the 24 now. Me make 15 against the weak team. How much you think you are gonna make against the weak team?
Yeah, I joke, my boss.
Craig, you say you wanted to explain the situation.
Me ask a question.
So he's not explaining.
Me 2 points better than you. Me ask a question.
All right, Craig, you try. I don't think you're explaining it any better than me. So let me simplify.
Orville. Orville, give me 1 second, let me talk to you. Because Zidane answer the question, Bridget. Big man, Orville, I am 2 points better than you, according to Zidane just now. Now use a simpler even math. 24 and 22. When we play against the hard side, them, me make 24, you, Orville, make 22.
No. What Zidane?
Orville, when he
hold on, man. What Zidane's argument is that your 24 average and 22 average is a career.
Yes.
In other words, it's both against good and bad teams.
Yeah.
That 24, 22.
Yeah.
So that is not how you look at it. Here's the point that I think will get the discussion to what it is. It is my belief that one of the things that make great players better than good players is their ability to beat up weak opposition, proportionately greater than against good opposition. So in other words, if Brian Lara was facing high quality opposition, he will average 15 or 20 or 10 more than Carl Hooper. The gap between their abilities is not going to be as wide. You see, when it comes to weak opposition, though.
No. But hold on, though. Remember,
the great players are going to do.
Remember, you know.
I got to take advantage of weak opposition more than the.
Yeah,
more
but
than
remember, in our
player.
own era, you know, we both face weak and strong opposition. You know, it's just that they're saying the defensively all around it's kind of lesser in this era. So it's not a matter if you're facing weak opponents, but they're saying generally it was more difficult to score in the Jordan era. So it's not a matter of weak opponents.
Weaker defense.
Yeah. No, but it's not weak. It's just that it's tougher in Jordan era. So say
weaker.
I understand the point about some Bramble team, but that's not the point.
Yeah.
Because it's the highest level. So we're just saying they are saying that the defenders it's more tougher to score in the Jordan era than now. But in that era, we both played strong and weak opponents.
All right. So let me see if I could get the back. Craig, you're not
Orville.
Yeah.
Watch this. Imagine, I know you're Englishman, but it's not so difficult. Listen to me now. When you guys, what we do is split, you know. What we do is split just for simplicity. Split the hard side and put the easy side together. But anyway, let me just quickly run and just say to you that if you mix it for them one time and get an average, that we can agree that when you play weaker teams, then based on your abilities and stuff, both of you will make more runs.
Yeah.
However, while both of you will make more runs against the weaker team, it's not just simple as if we make 15, you're gonna make more.
The point I'm making
that's
is
not
that
the case.
Is that the greater you are, the greater you are going to be at decimating weak opposition. So I believe that Brian Lara. Lara averaged like 14 more over Carl. 52 must say, or 52 to 37, whatever. 15 more. And that is both good and bad opposition that what it face. And he's 15 points away in terms of average. I'm willing to bet that if they had to face weak opposition for a year, just average opposition, that gap in average would now become wider. Because
let me ask
you a question. Let me ask you a question, Craig. So 5
teams.
No man, hold on up, Craig.
You know, we made the point already, but I don't think going to argue the case well. But
all right, Craig, let me ask you a question. Arnett, Tivoli, Cavalier, Abbeville, Mount Pleasant. Those are the 5 teams in the league. Me and you play for Doheny Park. We play 4-4-2, 2 we play striker up front. So over a 5-year period, against these 5 opponents, you score 50 goals, I score 40 goals. That we're doing against the same teams. So we have the same midfield, and we are playing striker, we are playing against the same defenders on these teams. You end up with 50 goals over the 5 years, me end up with 40. So you score 10 more goals than me against the very same defenders. We have the same midfield over the 5 years period. Somebody should come now and say, you know, say Craig, if you play against Doheny Park and Santos and these teams over 5 years, you would score 60 goals. How many goals would I score?
Zidane,
answer me, Craig.
Listen up. You say 50 and 40 and a man say a man going to score 60.
Yes.
Which is 10 more goals you are going to score as against whatever, right?
Yes.
You automatically do simplification in terms that say, okay, that one I'm going to get 10 more, somebody going to get the next one 10 more. I'm telling you that is wrong.
Craig, but we score 40.
Wrong analysis,
but Craig, we play the same defense, they're on the same team, we have the same midfielder produce the pass for us. So he might increase you to 10 more goals because him think the Santos and the Doheny Park are weaker. So why me not forget my 10 more goals too? When they do the exact same thing.
Zidane. You just why you just do us to the misunderstand your question a while ago. You play the same exact different story.
Weak. But we're going to go on, Craig. Call us tomorrow. You want an argument weak, Craig?
Make we move on. The line's full. Zidane and Zoni. And the boy Zoni cause this, you know. Just come through an intellectual discourse, not the thing. I know so for the next 3-4 days of this we are gonna argue. The mood is does strong players and average players get the same markup in terms of numbers, not percent?
No, but the players
against weak up.
No, that's not the mood.
What would the mood?
Because it's not average players. Both of us elite, but you just better than me.
Should the more elite, what would be the move? Does the more elite?
So for example,
no, give me the move. I know why you give me an example.
No, man, I'll give you the example. So how much shift average in I'm career?
51.
How much Lara average?
52.
52. And they played pretty much against the same bowlers.
Yeah.
If somebody say if Lara played now, Lara would average 60. You can't say Shana Ball sucker 51 or 50.
No, probably not.
You can't do that. That's wrong.
But I don't think they say
so.
I don't think the people arguing against it.
So it's not weak. It's not weak people. It's not Bramble. So we're talking about.
No, man, but they're not saying that he would be stuck at 51. They are saying that proportionately Lara would now dominate weak opposition more than she.
Based on what?
I may agree. Hello, we go back online. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, man.
Afternoon, Zidane, Orville.
Good afternoon, Jeremy.
What you say?
Oh, my. Hey, Orville, you come up with a brilliant line there. Well, I'm pretty sure you've been using it. But I've been using it in my life. and it is when you say, let's not argue where we don't have an argument. I love that line. Yes. I use it at work, use it with my wife. I use it. I love it.
You like
so
it?
Zidane.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I'd love to know, Zidane, because you're dispelling the notion that Jordan would average 40 or 45, right?
No, I'm not.
You're not?
No, I'm saying others would increase. Other quality player will increase as they played in the era as well.
And increase by the same numbers.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. Other people are saying others would increase, but percentage-wise rather than numbers.
All right. So in your estimation, so in an era for me, where I think big up G Star's call yesterday. I think he mentioned the era being soft. I would say that it was more difficult to get to the rim in Jordan's era. So with the absence
not for Jordan though. It was
difficult.
He was too fast.
That's why I'm saying. So I'm saying no.
Not for Jordan.
Easier. No, when it's easier to get to the rim. And with his IQ and his mid-range, which nobody has that. No. Realistically, for you, because as I said, I don't want to argue where there's no argument. How much do you think that he would average?
Jordan?
Yes, Jordan.
Not much more. Because I think LeBron, I think Kevin Durant, LeBron James, people like those are very close to Michael Jordan in terms of scoring ability. Skill set wise and everything. Kobe as well. So I don't think it would average much more.
Okay, but with his mindset and as what you like to point out, his propensity to shoot.
Yeah, but Kobe.
And so if you're gonna give him that, he's gonna shoot
but
more.
Kobe has similar skill set and mindset, and Kobe did not average 40 and numbers are anywhere close to it.
Yeah, but we all know that Kobe's field goal percentage was significantly lower.
But he shot the ball a lot, man. So he could get 30 yard if that's the case. So if he not go to the 45, he could get high 30.
I said, I don't want to argue where there's no argument.
We have an exact man in terms of Michael Jordan. He played the exact same way. Post game, mid range, dribble. So carbon copy, and he did not average 40 at numbers when he played numbers. It would not happen. It's a lie.
Well, for me,
it's nonsense.
It's not 40 or 45. I'm thinking if he wanted to, he could average about 35.
But I could say the same thing about Kevin Durant. If he wanted to, he could average 35.
Yeah.
LeBron could average 30. Steph Curry could average 35.
Which is fine.
So the Jordan people not telling me anything special. You get it?
Give me a minute.
Hold it up. We're coming back. Hold it up.
Apply for your NHD refunds at nhd.gov.jm or via the NHD app. Do not click on any links offering to help you. The time by the NHD is
2:00. You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, back with you, Jeremy.
Yeah, man. Let me just wrap up quickly, Zidane. Yeah. I just wanted to put. It's not just the 1-2, Zidane. It takes. A lot of persons think that putting up 23 shots per game is easy, It's not. So even when you're shooting, it takes a lot out of you.
Yeah.
I think there was a period where James Harden averaged, I think, close to 35, 33,
Yes.
35 for 3 years. It takes a lot out of you. So it's not just the want to. You have to have the ability. You have to be. So with the limited shot blocking that's in the NBA now, and as I said, with his IQ and athleticism, I could see him doing it. I think 40 and 45 is a stretch for to average over your career.
Well, me think,
Yeah,
I think Carmelo could average 30 enough too as well. You know, remember him? he was playing against far better power forwards than centers. You know, you can't imagine Carmelo playing now against these no poor defending centers. My boy, 40 for Carmelo.
All right,
Jermaine, we'll leave it.
But Orville, respect for your line. I like it.
The line that says, "Let's not argue where we don't have a."
Let's not argue what you have an argument.
Well, I don't think I've said argument. We don't have a difference. Because sometimes, in order to move the argument along, where we agree. Next thing. So the line is, let's not argue where we don't have a difference. We're not a real difference, that's all. So there you go.
Yeah.
We are in the cut and trust of the thing. Does the real argument lie? All right.
Respect.
So if you're going to quote those words, that is the quote. Let's not argue.
That is the quote.
Where we don't have a difference. Kaya, your wife were arguing, and you said to her, okay, we don't have a difference about that. Can I go out? Yes, you can go out.
Right.
So the deal is not whether you can go out. It's why we agree so we can go out. The deal is how late me can come in. So the lateness are your issue. All right. Then you argue upon that.
All right, big up.
You understand?
Yeah, man.
It helps the argument to go along when you move past where the two and agree and us getting to where the two and go. But we move on.
That is it.
First selection brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color. And it's one from Joan Richards featuring Damian Hilton. I want to name Damian Hilton.
No preacher, man.
A preacher named Damian Hilton.
Yeah.
Hey, preacher will bust you as a caller and as radio host. I will on the way to bust you as an artist as well. So listen, preacher and Joan Hilton. Oh man, wheel it, man. Preacher, we get that proper. The song name Lord You're Good. Preacher and Joan Hilton. I preach versatility, I kill the people, brother. We have to start calling you Mr. Hilton now, sir. Big up preacher, aka Damian Hilton. The song in Lord you good. Brought to you by Edge Campaigns for People Dreaming in Color. And big up Joan Richards as well. You know, when I forget Joan Richards. But we have extra big up.
You go back at 9?
But we staying on it. 613-91. Give it. Hello.
Hello.
QC. In the muscular. Beat me.
With that,
Once you forward from what big man.
Hold on, I just want to play a tune reader.
We tell you every
Yeah,
time.
yeah, hear me now?
Yeah, man, we hear you
Stuff
better.
to do, man.
May I say, brother, me look boy go for more could I work out that match. Me can't understand 3-4 man tell them the same thing. I mean, not to say I will leave my son. Because I know you learn them kind of match in college.
This is not a match
You
thing.
just a try go about verse.
No, but
brother,
maths.
brother.
No. But hold on, my boss, man. This is not a maths thing. This is an analysis thing, brother. Because
There's no analysis. The first, hold on. When me come for the reader, I create him name.
It's not
I
a
tell you
match
say,
thing, my
Hold on,
boss.
QC.
hold
Let
on.
me
Listen,
say
give me
about
a chance. Amical, you know. Amical.
This
Amical.
is not about maths, though.
No,
You're
not at
wrong,
all.
and
Craig from Houston.
This
Totally
is not
wrong.
about mathematics.
This is analysis.
Mathematics is an exact science. This
Not an exact science.
This is reasoning.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. And don't give me a chance. You know. All right.
Go on.
I not tell me what me I gonna say. You know.
Go on now. You say it's a maths thing, but go on.
Me say Craig call and the man I said there's no way. Uno could have get the 2 man 15% when one man average more than another. Average we are with a maths we are dealing with. A figures we are dealing with.
Actually, that's not what
Listen
Craig
what me I
said.
say.
No, man, but you say what Craig never said. Craig never said we can't give them 15%.
The man said it was dishonest to give the man them 15%.
No. Because Zidane never give a
I'm
percent.
not giving anybody any
Lord
percentage.
Jesus, you see this listener, man. Zidane never gave percent. Zidane gave
runs,
numbers,
and points.
Zidane says if you give 30 to Jordan and if you add 15, you have to give him 45. And the man will average 20, you have to now put 15 and 35. That's not percentage, my boss. That's
so
addition.
hold on. So when you give the man runs per innings and the next one per innings, and you change the era to whoever a ball now, it can't work out in average.
But
so
Zidane,
since when match can't work out in average.
QC, that's where equipment, man. Zidane was not. You are saying that they were telling Zidane not to do the same 15 percentage. Zidane was not doing that.
Not at all.
Zidane was adding on exact numbers. What the others are saying, like Zoni, is that Zidane should not just add numbers, but he should be doing percentage. So you have it completely wrong.
And Zidane is disagreeing.
Oh, man, I thought a percent. I mean, that's a simple match to work out.
No, but Zidane was giving
if me average 10 and you average 5, and me play against some lesser man, there's no, I'm going to average 20. You have to average 10.
You see, that's why it's important to understand.
See, let me ask you a question. I have a nice scenario here for you. So you can't go wrong. Now I'll give you 5 teams. Zin? So you are the man now in a QC. So the teams are Arnett, Garden, Tivoli, Harborview, Cavalier, Mount Pleasant. You play against, we both play for the same team, QC and Zidane. You score 3 goals in every single game against these 5 teams. So you end up with 15 goals. I scored 2 goals against the various groups. 2 play for the same team. 2 play striker. I scored 2.
So you end up with 10 goals.
So I end up with 10 goals. Now, Santos do any part Marvel the Raiders and Medforest come along and somebody say, you know, say QC when we see him play against Arnett and Tivoli them. We think about that score 4 goals per game against Santos now and doing the pack of Marvel and Raiders per game. How much would Zidane score per game? The same 2.
No, it can't be the same 2, brother.
So you how much you give?
If move from 5, right? To 4.
If you move from 3 per game to 4 per game, how much would Zidane move to from 2?
Zidane would have worked out about 1.5 or so.
Based on what?
No, it would have about 3.5. Oh, sorry, about 3.5.
Is your ability give you the 3 goals per game and my ability to give me 2 goals per game? You know? Why would my ability now get lesser?
No, you not get lesser, brother.
Me not get my 1 goal extra. So why me not get my full? No, but why should I not? Yes.
Zidane,
Zidane, work with me. Maybe come out for the people in radio.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it not complicated.
Mhm.
All right, me make 20 runs in a match, right?
Come on, stick to football. Stick to the football and the goals. Easier.
All right. Me score 10 goals in a game, right?
Yes.
Right? And you score 20,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then me get some more opponent now, so when I work on skill set and everything. So me score 40 goals now. I make it much easier. Me score 40 goals now. So how much goal you expect you are gonna finish with against the same team?
If you are
you
are twice as good against the other opponent, so am I. So
what the end result you're gonna come with?
if you are twice as good against the other opponents, then so am I.
Well, answer that. That's you're getting in trouble now, you know. It took Lara twice 50.
No man, he said they don't hear what you didn't hear
Yeah.
what he said. He asked about 40 goals. So I'm saying if he went from 20 goals to 40 goals, I am going to go from 10 goals to 20.
So 20, or you're double your
yeah, me I double as well. Same for the same. You can't catch me. This argument is impregnable, you know.
No, hey, QC, this is not maths. That is where you and Craig have it completely wrong. This is not a mathematical question.
Not at all.
So get it out on ahead, the people when we are talking about percent.
No, I don't made it.
No, man, you get it wrong. That is what.
a percentage on him something.
No. So you have it wrong.
No, I mean, what Craig saying to me.
No, but Craig wrong as well, big man. Craig hasn't called around this program enough to understand the finer points of a debate, you know. Understand that Craig not there long enough.
Yeah, man, he was struggling. He was struggling.
How can you go off of what Craig say and Craig not reach that school yet, if you understand? Zidane wasn't arguing maths. There's no mathematics.
Well,
is an exact
me come out here, man, I say, boy, it was this. Since then, I've seen that. And if
have the money for an equal percentage.
No, man, leave it there. Your mistake it and me clear it up. So make we leave it this.
All right, cool.
So Craig, I know you're listening. Zidane says he would add 15 to Jordan and 15 to the other man then. And you're saying that it's a mathematical thing. It's not. It's a logic thing.
No.
Philosophical reason.
Yes.
Not mathematics.
Not mathematics.
Maths will tell you that if him get 15, the other man go and get 15. As an exact sign.
Yeah.
None of we not sure what the man
exactly.
and mathematics cannot be not sure.
Exactly.
Okay? So
and he admitted in the conversation that we're not sure.
Yeah, and if you're not sure,
it can't be
maths. We're coming back up.
The JSC Group, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, and JCSD Trustee Services, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market for over 45 years. The time by the Jamaica Stock Exchange Group is 2:15.
Did you know that there are many exciting careers in public health? Join the Ministry of Health and Wellness for its Health and Wellness Career Expo and Employment Fair 2025, Wednesday and Thursday, January 22nd and 23rd, from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily on the UWI campus. Learn about exciting and emerging career opportunities in public health. Walk with your resume for on-site interviews for available jobs across the island. Entertainment, giveaways, and free health screening. We've got them. Admission free. A career in health, the roadmap to success.
Greetings to you listeners. This is Reverend Ryan A. Gordon, Senior Pastor of the Broken Vessels Healing and Deliverance Ministries, located at 120 Main Street, Pineapple, Ocheria, St. Anne, Jamaica, West Indies. Join me every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show with Brother Frisco. Join me for a word in time. You cannot afford to miss this powerful word every Sunday morning on this station.
It's all right.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back.
All right, we can move on. Zidane, me backing you. It wasn't math.
No.
Mathematics follows direct.
Yeah, man. It doesn't deviate.
No.
Yes.
If there's a mathematical formula, it has to be constant from one problem to another problem.
You can't.
We can't be sure what the answer will be.
That's why when you do math in Orville,
Yeah.
You can get the correct answer and the working out, and the teacher said, no.
So
you get the answer, but it's working
you
out.
You can't say because you get 15 more. You get 15 points.
You get
more.
50%.
It's 50% of
more.
Jordan's
Yes.
average. And I forget the other man 50%
of
or
his
15.
average. No,
we're not sure of.
No.
Because as my abiding argument in this,
and it's sports that
is that great players proportionately do better against weak players.
And that is sports analysis and reason. That's not math.
Brian Lara is 15 points in average better than Carl Hooper overall. That's 37 to 52. That's a 15% higher average, both weak and strong teams. I am prepared to bet you that if they were to play 2 years of only weak teams, Brian Lara's average would not be only 15 apart. Now, can I prove that? No, because proving it would not be much. But one of the things that great players do in Zidane is not the ability to play. When you're talking about sports, there's a killer instinct.
Well,
where demand them up.
Well, hypothetically, you can't go around me. You say, Brian, you see when you face them man, and that you don't know this me. You can't tell me nothing, Brian.
No, that's why it's not mad.
My runs there on the board against them.
It's reasoning.
Yeah.
But if you look at the great players and what them do against weak opponents, they dominate weak opponents more than average players.
But that's so the man them go hold you know with Steve Smith, when them saying face weak bowlers.
No man, but Steve Smith, when him play against strong teams, him do well,
Yeah,
but me I said the difference between what Steve Smith does to weak bowlers and our average players does to weak bowlers is a world.
Yeah, they will tell you that if Brian Lara face sustained weak bowlers like Smith, then I'm gonna blow.
But I don't necessarily believe that Brian Lara face no better bowling than Steve Smith. That's my argument.
Okay.
No, me not believe.
Well, all right.
But look at Brian Lara's average against West Indies. Steve Smith average against West Indies, for example. West Indies this week, he probably averaged near 100 against West Indies. Take a Carl Hooper against a team at West Indies level. Now go average near 100.
The batsman averaged how much runs for Australia?
Adam Vogts.
He not special.
No.
And West Indies help him?
Yes, because what him do against weak competition.
Yeah. So the Bramble against the top opponents is what separate the grades, It's not the other way around.
It's both.
All right.
I think better players do better against top players, but they also massacre weak opponents more than good players. That does me.
I think that's where in the gap. That's where the gap close. Yeah. When it's weak versus weak, you might look like you're good. Yeah. But when we get the big boys in my mean, show you my class. That's why we separate yourself. That's how I see it.
All right, boss. This one is interesting. Zone, you find a real one. It's not math. It's reasoning. Yeah, we go back online, Baba.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, man.
No, Craig, we don't allow anybody to call back to us. Craig, no.
Craig, can I get 30?
They won't kill you, Craig.
Can I get 30 seconds?
Craig, no, Craig.
Can I get 30
Craig,
seconds?
me said no, no.
Craig, the lines are black up, man. We can't do it, Craig.
Craig,
never call us
don't
tomorrow,
allow anybody to call twice with other people.
Yeah, man. They won't kill you, Craig.
Craig, you don't know better than that.
Yeah, man. We can't.
We do that. We that set a precedent that never been.
Yeah.
Lord, Craig, we said no. Next
fear, Craig.
Craig, we know the program nice and you want to do it again, man. But just
tomorrow. Call tomorrow.
There's always tomorrow. Next call, Miss B. We can't have it. We can't have it. So 6139129.
Yes.
And them say the other numbers that work as well. 6766968. But apparently the 6139129 I work easier. So we call the one. No, apparently once somebody's on the line, it knock every other call. So Craig is now
we can't
off the system. So here's
the man more pressure, man. We can't. Hello,
Craig. You know it. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Rooney.
Oh, Rooney.
Yeah. It's my boy. We are telling this hard to get. We are telling hard to get. Bro, I'm hot today.
Yeah.
Orville. So we say we're gonna read, right?
Yes, which you may find a little difficult, but let's try.
Yeah, I might find it a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
So what is why is Brian Lara averaging more than Sarwan?
Because he better than Sarwan.
Top players.
No man, he's a better player to strong bowling than Sarwan, but he can be devastating to ordinary bowling as well.
Simple question: Why am I average more? Is it a fact that in concentration is better than a Ramner Sarwan? So that is why I'm average more, because him can concentrate for longer.
That too.
Is that a possibility?
Yes.
So with that possibility, isn't it I go see him for the week of bowling?
When it's the same,
me I go be able to concentrate for longer against them weaker ball in here. Because
who is you?
I got to take a whole heap of concentration.
Who is you?
Brian Lara.
Me not understand.
You're Sarwan.
So Sarwan will
Yeah,
concentrate
Brian,
better
Sarwan.
against weaker bowling.
So me show you some my concentration is superior to your concentration. That is why I average more against better bowling than you. Because my concentration.
Well,
but power concentration. You know?
Yeah.
So isn't it more likely for me to concentrate better against?
It one go concentrate better against
more.
weak. It one go concentrate better against weak opposition.
But my show you against stronger bowling where your concentration are gonna be.
What is the point you're making? Brian Lara will concentrate better against both weak and strong bowling and Sarwan. What's your point?
Why is it likely that Brian Lara will score way more runs than a Sarwan? Because of his concentration power.
Because you said the weaker the opposition, my boss.
And the more you're gonna need to concentrate.
No, how you more concentrate when the opposition?
Because you get the ball. You understand? You have more the ball. You get
so what are you saying? Hold on, let me understand.
To be able to concentrate longer.
Let me understand what you're saying. The weaker the opposition, the less you need to concentrate.
The more you're gonna need to concentrate.
What kind of foolishness is that? The less the opposition, the more you have to concentrate. And that you just say?
How much time we'll go against good bowling and perform when the weak bowling come? Because we're better than them, we don't make as much runs. Why?
No, man, you're more likely to
ask a simple question.
Because I don't know, because it happens now. That's why I'm telling us.
It happens. That's what I say. But what I talk about now, both of them have to concentrate. We don't know, we understand that Brian Lara have a stronger concentration.
What's the point you're making, though? I hear you. What's the point you're trying to make? What's your thesis there?
So the possibility exists that because Brian Lara concentration is greater than Sarwan, he's going to make more runs.
So what you said,
so
then me agree with you.
Both of them are going to get 15. Huh?
Me agree with you. We don't understand what's the point you're making. I'm not sure what you're saying.
Yeah, so that's why I get what Zidane and say, you get the superior batsman the same amount of runs. Where you get the
Zidane
inferior batsman.
So all the time I never know because I never understand what
I understand this, man. The man talk to Orville and want to take on me. This is a joke. All the further, Mr. Panarino.
I don't understand, brother.
Rudy, can I ask?
Because Orville understand cricket.
No, man, I know cricket we attack.
I know cricket.
It's not a cricket discussion.
So, and I'm saying, in basketball, me think zoom well up on
let me ask.
You can't give them the same amount of points.
You can't come on.
But
hold on, man. You talk to Orville. You talk. I didn't even hear what you were saying because I think of something different. But let me ask you a question. You play. We both play for Duhaney Park FC. We play Arnett Gardens 10 times. So we have the same midfield, same man supply of the ball to us.
Hold on,
we're talking about sports.
So
sports we're talking about boss and quality of opponents. Yeah. So you play against Arnett Gardens 10 times Rooney as a striker. We play on the same team, doing the park. You score 3 goals every time you face Arnett Gardens. So that's at 30 goals you got. Yeah. Me, Zidane Matt is a strike partner, score 2 goals every time, which me got 20 goals. We're going to play Bramble Santos now. And a man say, Rooney got 4 goals per game. Rooney would have scored if he play Santos.
That is not maths.
No. So how much goals per game now with a strike partner score per game against the same Santos?
No, Rooney have scored 4. No, Rooney would have scored 6.
No, man, the school no Rooney, man. No bother with the foolishness.
No, Rooney would have scored 6 against a Bramble side.
No, but is that a number thrown hypothetically?
If he must scored 3 against good opponent, guess what? Against a lesser opponent, yeah, I expect a doubling thing.
No, man, I know say.
Big man, I know stop.
You see,
here why the thing is not maths.
That's some set a joke.
Here why the thing is not maths.
But I'm just going to you a reason.
No. Hold on.
So why Erling Haaland when he buck up the weaker teams them?
No, but that's not the question, Rooney. Why would you, Rooney? Why would you double your output against Santos, but Zidane Matthews would not? When against big bad, me got double my one as well.
Then you agree
with me. But you agree
all over the place.
No, man, the possibility exists, you know. You got double your one, you know. But I'm saying,
Rudy, I've been trying with you over the years.
Freewell average 20. Freewell average 20. Jordan average 30.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to give them 15 points apiece against Bramble team. You can't give them the same.
All right, my boss. Big up
That's all Dooney I say. I agree with Dooney. You cannot give them the same amount of points.
Zone, the man. Call them name right.
Why you kill yourself a while ago.
Oh, sorry. Zone. I apologize.
Yes,
sir. Zone. You can't, Zidane, I agree with Zone. You cannot give them the same point.
All right, my boss.
That is what I say. You can't give Lawrence Tower the same amount of runs against a Bramble Bowl.
Boss, me cannot play the same bowlers than you, only 5 ahead of me. And all of a sudden now, you're going to argue, say you must score more than me, my boss. You never prove it against the... What logic? And against the high quality people, you don't score.
Because against the better bowling, me I score more than
no,
you.
man, I guess what? What?
Against the better bowling, Brian Lara score more than Star One.
So
why against lesser bowlers, them are average, them are score the same amount?
Because against the high quality, you was doing 45 and me at the 40. Why against the other people them now you are going to increase by
Brian
more than
Lara
me?
The
There's no logic to that.
Score more runs than Star One.
No, man,
why is he going to now score the same amount of runs against the lesser bowling?
Because against the harder man, them he could not extend. Since he's much better than me, why him struggle against the other man if he extend? Since he's much better than me, since he attack.
Say that again, I don't hear that.
Since he's so much better than me, why was he only 5 runs ahead of me against the elite opponents?
Because the elite opponent?
Yeah, against the elite, he's only 5 runs. He can't talk to me, my boss. He's only 5 ahead of me against Glenn McGrath and Wasim Akram and Walker units. All of a sudden now we have faced Vasper Drakes and they're not going to stick there better than me. There's no evidence of that, Rooney.
Why not? I'm asking the question.
But I'm asking you why.
Why not make more?
Why? Why am only 5 ahead of
Rooney? Sorry, but I'm going to make more to you now. So Rooney, this I'm teaching you how to reason. Work with me. Zidane agrees that both would increase against weaker opposition.
I'm agreeing with Zidane that both will increase.
But I disagree that they'll increase proportionally.
Me just say I believe that the better batsman are always get more against weaker opponents
than the lesser man.
Than the lesser man.
Want to prove that to me?
Because
want to prove that to me, man. Me know why you talk, man. I'm not go some man. Me don't know about that.
That is why it's not bad.
We need to
there's
prove
no
it.
formula where we can write down on a blackboard and say strong player, weak opposition, 3 E divided by 2 equal. There you go.
Exactly.
No exact formula to work this out.
But it's about a common sense still in my boss. If me average more against the better bowling, me go average.
Rooney, you're saying
no, but we're not disagreeing.
You're saying it wrong, Rooney. Yeah. What you should be saying is that if I'm making more runs than you against strong bowling, then my average against weak bowling is going to go higher than your average against me.
Then what will make it go higher than yours?
And that's a good question.
What is going to make it go higher than yours? No more runs something there.
Run.
And the possibility of an out.
There's no logic to you getting more runs than me against the weak because you're 5 apart against the elite. 5 apart against the weak.
You really think if Brian Lara set up him part of the thing will make Kalu play out because Kalu play just give them.
But against the greatest bowlers, you're only 5 ahead of me. So me prove to you that against the very best, you're only 5 ahead of me. So me can prove to you against the weak, you can only be 5 ahead of me as well. We do it against the harder way.
You say mathematically you can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong. Rooney, you can't go wrong.
Rooney, leave it there.
Yeah, never left it there.
This is not math. this is logic and reasoning. I know which side I'm on, but don't try go wrong Zidane mathematically. You won't have no chance.
None at all.
Unlike what Craig did I say away. So it's not a math.
Craig was the worst attempt.
No, it's not math. How much will Brian Lara average against Zimbabwe? We don't know. That's not a math.
No.
Will he average proportionately bigger than his own average against Bangladesh than Kalupa average against Bangladesh? I think yes. But that's not math. That's reason. We're coming back after the break. It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, D'Angelo Auto Spears and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
Real Valladolid has accused Manchester City of encouraging one of their players to break his contract to force through a move to the Premier League club. Defender Juma Ba told Spanish club on Tuesday that he intends to terminate his contract, allowing City to sign the player for a much lower fee. City had sent a request to Valladolid earlier on in the day asking to begin negotiations over the permanent deal for the 18-year-old. And Valadit said in a statement, and that's your sports in a minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by EdgeChem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich Financing.
Registration is now open for Sagicor Sigma Run 2025. Register now and get ready to run, walk, and wheel for a cause. Our beneficiaries are Sir John Golding Rehabilitation Center, Father Holland and Friends Foundation, and the Kingston Public Hospital. Be a part of Sagicor Sigma Run 2025. Make sure you're there on February 16 for the Caribbean's biggest road race. Visit SagicorSigmaRun.com and register now. Sponsored by Walden, Pan Jam, National Baking Company, Reggae Marathon, Catherine's Peak, Malay Media, and Whistling Frog.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
You know what the caller saying to me? I'm giving a race car example now.
Yeah.
So we get a bad road and you go at 80 miles per hour to end the race.
Yeah.
I go at 70 miles per hour on the bad road to end the race. We get nice smooth road now. Everybody going to say, no man, the man going triple you, man. The man going to go triple faster, but you not going to be so good.
Depends on what kind of car.
No, similar cars, and we're showing the quality to maneuver around the bad road.
Let me tell you why the people when I'm on my phone I tell about mathematics and sports. Sports can be reasoned like maths. It can't.
No.
In mathematics, there's this principle. If A is equal to B and B is equal to C, then that means A and C are equal to each other. So let me give you that formula again. In maths, A is equal to B and B is equal to C. Then mathematical logic tells you that A is also equal to C.
Mm-hmm.
In sports, Liverpool beat
Arsenal beat Man City. Doesn't mean Liverpool will
doesn't mean that Liverpool will beat Man City. Sports works along different lines, people. You get the difference. Mathematical formulas don't work in sports. Sports comes down with some things don't name human emotions that mathematics are just cold hard numbers. Something about one boy on the other side, right, might just stick me up the wrong way. So you will beat a team, that team beat me, and yet me always beat you. It doesn't follow the same formula. It's guesswork. There's logic you can apply, but maths is about what will happen every time. Sports is what may happen. That's the difference. We go back online, Miss B. Hello.
Yeah, man, greetings.
Preacher. The artist.
Hey, yeah, man. Big up for yourself, respect. A long time that song they making up for real. We hear it on the radio still.
Yeah, man, big up.
Yeah, man. All right, a couple of things. One, I am not one of those who believe that Jordan would score 45 points. Right? Let me start there.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah,
yes.
man.
Yeah. But I believe Jordan, with his ability and the fact that Jordan is arguably in the GOAT conversation, right? But without doubt, one of the top 2 players of all time. I believe he would be dominant in this era and he could possibly lead the league in scoring. The 45 points, I'm not so sure about that. I don't know if any player has averaged 45 points per game across from the 80s when Jordan was playing to now. No players averaged 45 points per game per season, right? So, I rule out the 45 points, but I now rule out dominance and leading the league in scoring.
Well, if he's arguably the greatest player of all time, then him being dominant in any era is without a doubt.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll get that out of the way.
Yes.
Now let's discuss the non-mathematical conversation.
Thank you very much.
You see,
Yes.
Yes, because you're right. It's not a mathematical conversation because it's not a perfect science we're dealing with. It's hypothetical, right? And when we're looking at it, Zidane, we cannot use actual points if we're going to form a logical conclusion in terms of transfer of players from era to era. What would be a more reasonable use is, and Orville has been making the reference, proportionate measure relative to ability. That more reasonable. So, in the case of a man who is scoring 30 points in a stronger era, and another man who is scoring 20 points in a stronger era, the man who goes into a weaker era, I would say we're going to give him 15 more points. As Garvey rightly said, we're giving him 50 more % in terms of output. So we need to give the other man 50 more % in terms of output. Because we're transferring
no.
That is a more reasonable and logical way to reason out the thing.
The reason why he's getting 15 more points is because they're saying the opponents are weaker. They're saying if the opponents were the same when he played, he would average 45, with his ability to back you down, shoot up over you, cross you up, get to the basket. With all that skill set and his mindset, Michael Jordan would average 45 points per game. The only reason why he did not is because of how good the defenders were. So I'm saying to you, Preacher, I, Christopher Matthews, face those same difficulties with all my backing you down, my crossover, all the skill set and my mindset that I had. Me end up averaging 10 less than you. If you go and get 15 more because of the weak era, then me can get my 15 as well.
Preacher, right. If I said to you, Michael Jordan would score 50% more in this era than he did when he was scoring 30 points, and you take another player who is scoring 20 points, and I say to you, that player would score 50 more % in this era than he scored in that era, how would I be wrong?
You can't do anything you want,
Right, but you're suggesting that using proportion relative to ability versus opponent is not a good way of analyzing it. You want to use actual points.
Preacher.
And I'm saying actual points don't make sense.
No, man, you can't tell me that, Preacher. You're crazy. If me...
Preacher, let me ask. Everything here is hypothetical. Nothing is a
you're saying I don't make...
But some things must be more logical than others.
Hold on, Preacher, man. You say I don't make sense, and I'm going to show you something. If you play Arnett Gardens 10 times, Preacher, and score 1 goal every game, never show you how he's an alien in terms of discussing sport. You score a goal per game against Arnett Gardens in 10 games. Me, Christopher Matthews, play the same Arnett Gardens and score a goal per game in 10 games. If we go down a Super League now, go play Santos, them say you're going to score 1 goal per game against Santos in the 10 games. How much would Zidane score?
You just gave me an example of 2 players who have exactly the same output
and I'm
against better teams.
To show you how fool you are.
If I'm following your logic, and they have exactly the same output against quality opponents, and I'm transferring that logic, and I'm going to say they're going to score, one player is going to score 2 more goals, then I'm going to give the same percentage increase to the other player because of the ability that they have demonstrated against the opponents.
So you agree that you can do it that way?
Right? So what I'm saying to you is Michael Jordan scoring 30 and me scoring 20 means that Michael Jordan exceeds me in terms of ability based on his output.
Yeah, but Preacher, I could even give you 30 points versus 28 points per game, or 29 points per game,
And you know what? There's a law. All right, there's a law of progression in terms of the distance that is going to be created between me and you.
Preacher.
Even though it's 2 points, and that 2 points
Preacher.
is what would I call immaterial in a sense. When it goes over to weaker opponents, right?
Preacher.
I might still score more than you, even though the more than you would still be considered immaterial.
You can't think that all you want, but I'm saying to you, Preacher, against these opponents, you score 10 goals per game more than me, right? Yes. And I'm saying to you, against some other set of opponents, I believe, Christopher Matthews, that I can match you because the opponents are not better. That's all I'm saying. With my heading ability,
hypothetical. We won't know for certain.
Yes,
you know what you guys just did? You just said something that is brilliant. one team A can be Team B, and Team B be Team C, but it doesn't mean Team A is going to be Team C.
Yeah, man.
I've seen many superstar players in basketball and in football play against lesser opponents and don't perform well. And they play against
but
opponents.
Yeah, but vice versa. It goes vice versa. That's why we're talking about a career.
And it goes vice versa.
But that's why we're talking about a career of opponents, though,
That is why it's not us.
Right. So over the course of a career, if you ask me if Michael Jordan were playing in this era for his career, I think he would have been the most dominant player in this era for his career.
Preacher, but I want you to explain to me why you think what I'm saying. You say it's nonsense. I want to know why is it nonsense?
Because nonsense is strong. Nonsense is strong. Let me retract that.
Good, sir. Wonderful.
Points. All right. If you're using points, you're going into straight conversion from one era to another. You're not using blanket points as an absolute.
But preacher,
I'm saying if you use the absolute of points, you're removing certain variables. You're removing certain variables that make me better than you.
All right, preacher.
You know that I'm better than you means that there are some variables that are non-mathematical variables that are going to play over into the weaker era.
No,
you have to give me an advantage.
I don't know what Zidane's biggest point Zidane now making at this. I don't think Zidane is saying. Let me tell you what me get to.
But I don't know what preacher talking about.
I believe that Zidane does not.
Orville, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, of course. But let me tell you what I don't think Zidane is emphasizing.
I don't know how Zidane understand what I say.
I'm just hearing words.
You have said as well.
I'm just hearing words.
Here's the point. I think Zidane, you need to push more. Zidane does not believe that Michael Jordan will average 15 more points, given this era. And Zidane I does not believe that Special Catchway
would average
15 points either. So he believes in none of these two scenarios.
Why are you doing that? You could wait till tomorrow.
No. Oh, you do the argument.
But him no want to come out and
he's drawn. I draw no for sure. So an argument nonsense.
Zidane is
not you.
Doesn't believe in none of that.
Not you do a preacher.
And he would lead the league in scoring.
Not
45,
no, not you. You're right. It's I believe no such thing.
In none of the two. So you don't believe cultural spot? Why me?
Lateral period.
Some people, Zidane has a lateral period and average 30. But he also is not saying Michael Jordan average. So this is scary, man. God, both cases now.
What happened? I will take a break.
At 4 o'clock.
Yeah, should I wait till 4 o'clock, man?
My apologies.
We're coming back.
Set the trend.
The Trend-Setting Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., is Jamaica's #1 call-in sports program. Join me, Orville Higgins, and me, Christopher Zidane Matthews, as we continue to take call-in sports discussions to the highest levels on radio. The Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., on Jamaica's #1 sports radio station. The hour between 3 and 4 p.m. is sponsored by Western Sports, the sports people, with locations in Kingston, Ocho Rios, and Montego Bay.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission, JADCO, needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232 or visit the JADCO website at jadco.gov.jm. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSE Online Trading.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
RMSV. Let's go there. All right, what the number again?
676-6968. That's the regular one.
Yeah.
Or 613-9129. That's 613-9129. Call through and let your voice be heard.
I was Zone to get that application.
Zone say, he man understand me, I say, but I think me honest with it.
Yeah, nothing.
You know, say me not believe. Zone now nearly give to earlier on when him say, me not believe honest with it, you know.
Yeah. No, but nobody thinks. Nobody. But you know what I genuinely think, though?
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely think, and I have no way of mathematically proving it. But you see, even in a my like a sporting thing, my boss, when me catch weak opponents, when me I play draft against somebody who can kill me, I got kill. Shine who is a better player than me, might ease you up.
Yeah.
So a lot of sports come down to mentality. But make a move on to the next caller. Hello.
Good day.
Good day.
Yeah, cut.
Huh?
Cutty.
Cutty, Wagwa.
But there, man. Well, Zidane dead panda to man.
I am.
Zidane dead panda man.
What,
the thing about it is, although you say it's not a mathematical thing, everything can be proven with maths.
No,
you
sir.
understand me? There's a mathematical formula for everything in life. Life is mathematics.
Oh, if you say maths can prove everything, man. No go so boss, man.
But,
so right away you
anyway,
start on a false premise that mathematics can prove everything in life. You need to take back that, my boss. There's no mathematical formula if me approach a girl, if she gonna say yes to a date or not.
Everything it can be proved. That's why they have probabilities. But this is far from a maths class now.
All right, cool.
The thing about it is the greater team and weaker team.
Yeah.
The greater player excelling more against the weaker team. All right, the doing the park situation. They said the football one. For the 3, well, Zidane average 3 and me average 2, right? So you got the Zidane versus the 5 team.
Yeah, man. You scoring 3 per game versus the big side. Me, I score 2 per game. We go to the weaker teams now. You go up to 4 goals per game. How much would I go up to?
Me go up to 4 goals per game.
Yeah, how much would I go up to?
You'd go up to a greater extent than me. Yeah,
no,
because
man.
you have scored 3. No, you have scored 3.
Man, you have scored the 3, man. You are the big baller, scored the 3 per game.
Oh, me are the big baller. Me more elite than you.
Yeah, you go up to from 3 to 4 goals per game against the weak people. How much would I go up to?
Yeah. The thing about it is,
going by the 50% argument,
you can't prove that you are gonna move. No, you can't prove that you are gonna move based on your ability.
I wouldn't.
I'm an elite baller
But
with
you,
my elite,
but you
elite
only,
ability.
but you only with your.
No.
But hold on, Carla. With your elite ability, you only score 1 goal per game against the elite people.
Yeah, I understand. But if me score 1 more good goal, that means me find it easier to score than you.
Yeah.
That not mean you are gonna score. That not mean you are gonna improve to 1 more goal like per game.
But why would you improve? Why would you improve on I would?
Reason being, I have a better ability than you.
No, but both of us are.
Goals come in different.
No, both of us are elite, you know. But you are just better than me. So why would one?
Yeah, but may I say?
No,
goals come in different forms.
Yes,
if me can score bicycle kick.
No, man, you struck.
Wait, and you can score bicycle kick.
It no matter what you can score. No, Carla.
No, but I tell you, there's a reason why me more elite than you.
It doesn't matter the reason, but you're better than me by a goal per game. That's what you use. That's what you use to determine it. Now, what me think you can do.
But the goals per game come with ability, and I have a greater ability than you. That is why I'm more.
I agree. So you would increase. I'm not saying you will come down, my boss. So you go to 4 goals per game.
So but there's no. But if me I go increase by, there's no certainty that you will increase by a goal.
They hold me so good against the elite people, but no, you're not sure if I increase against the weak people.
No, but me I tell you, there's no certainty that you will, because I am better at scoring goals than you anyways.
Let me try one last thing to see if we can.
Yeah.
How much goal does Haaland average in the EPL a year?
30 goals, 30
goals, 30
maybe.
goals a season. And the next best striker average 25 goals a season.
Yeah.
If the two of them come play Manning Cup, Yes, convinced that it will only be a 5 gap difference between the two when the season done.
All right. All right. The difference is Haaland versus the next best striker that be Salah. Yeah, that's it's a bit the abilities that Haaland has.
Yeah.
Them can't hold him in a Manning Cup. The fact say more him stronger than every player in a Manning Cup. Most of the defense.
Put it this way.
Taller than them.
Haaland is a 5
type
goal
of
better.
goals.
Haaland is a 5 goal better than Salah in the Premier League. Let's say that's what
Salah.
it is.
Yes.
If the two of them come play Manning Cup, when the season done, I don't believe it's a 5 goal gap.
But you know, no argument to justify that, you know.
No, I'm saying it's not maths.
No, but there would be a 5
I believe
ability is greater.
And Salah could argue that, listen,
can't be a 5
I
goal
am
gap
going
again.
to match you the same way I do in the high level, my boss. Salah can't come and you can't tell Salah say mad.
That's why it's not mad. It's not mad.
You can't come to Salah and say Salah that nonsense.
Alan ability to remember, you know, Salah goals are very similar, you know. Oh, Salah score goal, you know. You understand? Similar, it's just that they maybe can it hard to defend against him. But Alan's ability to score goals is wider than Salah's ability to score goals. And at that time, he's a better goal scorer than Salah.
None of them.
You understand me? None of them score against weak opponents. Both of them score against weak opponents. Play against weak opponents. Alan's ability is still greater, way greater. So therefore,
you don't understand why you're not coming and arguing ability. The fact that we accept that they are scoring at a higher level against elite opponents, it says he has better.
Yeah.
So the message talk to us about the ability.
Two of them have ability.
But with the ability that you have and with the ability that I have, you only extend 5 more goals than me. Why you would want?
Yeah.
Why would I not say that if you can score 40 goals against the weak people, I can score 35? When that's what I'm doing. That's why to separate yourself.
No, but that's not say work it.
I mean work it.
That is not because the reason being the ability is about your great abilities. Don't have decent amount of ability, but my ability is better than yours.
I know.
My ability is that is why I'm able to score 5 more goals than you. So therefore, Zidane.
Yeah.
If you in mathematics, let me work it out in mathematics. One out of, you say 30 and 25, right? Alan would score 30, 25, 5. All right, so Alan score 5, 6, 5 out every 5, 6. That is the math. That is the ratio to Salah to Alan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Alan scored 6 and Salah scored 5 goals. That is the average, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, soon talk. If Alan increased to what 40, where says Alan increased to? Zidane.
Yeah, struggle my boss.
What? No man, what Alan increased to 40?
Any amount him increased to me. Same.
All right,
same,
if Alan increased to 40.
Same margin.
You have a time 6 by 40 and 5, and then you work it, divide it by 5 to get where Salah that score.
No man, work it out.
So no,
you're
5
confusing.
times 40, then divide it by 6 to get where Salah that score.
No,
and it would have been the same.
Mathematically, we can't work the thing by maths. I'm not even sure the formula way now.
The mathematical that would be it.
This is not a math.
Who talking to?
It cross Cutty. It's a cross multiplication. Just do a cross multiplication and you figure it out.
Yeah, the man them gonna multiplication.
All right, Cutty.
Yeah.
All right. Call us again tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Cool.
By the way, this is for Rooney though. Bangladesh saw 112 is the average. Let me find Lara. No, this is saw 1. I think Lara is less. Be careful, you know, Rooney. That's why I tell you, say we're not sure what you would do against the weaker opponents, you know.
Man, but we can't use one thing.
No, it's not me bring up Sawan.
No, but
is Rooney bring up Sawan?
He did it as a rule or as a
no, that's what I'm saying. I'm sure Orville, I'm sure I can find multiple examples where against the weaker opponent, the lesser batsman did better. So that's why I'm saying to you, me not sure that that's a science that the bigger batsman crush the lesser opponents more than the lesser batsman. Me not sure. So that's why
Generally, what sets the greater
is what they do against the elite people.
Is what they do against both.
No, man. We don't rate them so heavy. When we determine who better than who.
No, me attack in terms of them averaging.
Yeah. No, but when we are separating them, elite against elite. So remember, so we're talking about elite. So you might be 55 and I'm 50.
Right.
What we're going to separate them?
What they do against?
What they do against? Yeah.
But one of the reasons why you average 55. I am. You see, when you play against good teams, me might better than you, you know. But a good ball, I got lick me away, you know. A good ball is a good ball, you know. You see, when the two are elite, the two are good. Hooper, Lara, go step on the pitch and get some good ball and lick me off of the pitch for a little bit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Hooper, you know. So no matter how good you are in cricket, good ball, I got lick you off of the pitch. So Lara might, although him good, he might go struggle some days just like Hooper, you know. What now? I go make you see when Lara go face a team where comparatively I go bowl less good balls, he might go have more shot, he might go more vicious, he might go have one longer concentration. He might kill him more than how Hooper go kill him, relative to the two of them average. If them averages 10 runs apart, because Lara get some world ball against the world bowlers that he won't get against the average bowlers. And when Lara not getting world balls, he might go hurt you more than how Hooper go hurt. You don't get that.
I know he will hurt. That's why one average 50 yard and one average 30 yard.
The gap between them average I go wider.
No, sir, there's no evidence of that. That's assumption.
You see, because you say no evidence of that.
Yeah, that's a straight assumption, people. That's what it means to understand. The people that will get up in them feelings.
Anyway, we take the next show now. No? The Yaba selection. We're ready for it to speak.
Yeah, we'll take the break. We'll take the break. We're coming.
Praise the Lord. Greetings and salutations to all of our wonderful, wonderful friends all over Jamaica. Listen, this is Dr. John Wayne Manning from Omega Church and Omega Radio. It has always been my dream to establish community work here in Jamaica. Television, church, humanitarian work here in Jamaica. And as you know, we have been doing the radio since 2022. The time has come that we're calling all help, kingdom-minded citizens, putting together this team in Jamaica. We're looking for helpers, kingdom-minded helpers, from hospitality, humanitarian, administration, coordination, media, for television and radio production. If you're looking for more and you'd like to be a part of this team from Omega Center, Jamaica, I'd like you to give me a call. 876-204-9356. If you'd like to do more, serve more. This is for serious leaders that really, really want to make an impact in the life of our fellow Jamaicans for the Lord Jesus Christ. Text me at that line, and a member of my US team or European team will reach out back to you. Thank you, and God bless you. I hope you're ready to serve. Text me at 876-204-9356. A member of my team will reach out to you expeditiously to expedite this help. Omega Center Jamaica, local team invitation. Be a part of it. Let's change Jamaica and make Jamaica great again.
Down on my knees, I've learned to stay.
It's your favorite gospel DJ. My name is Jermaine Morgan, popular known as the Brother Frisco. Joins me weekdays and weekend on your radio. On Mondays, it's 4 p.m. through to 9. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 4 p.m. through to 7 p.m. Thursdays and Fridays, 4 p.m. through to 9. And on Saturdays and Sundays, it's 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. on Omega Radio, locally and internationally. We're your afternoon will get better going into the evening, and your weekend will never be the same. Stay locked with Brother Frisco on your radio. It's your favorite gospel DJ. My name is Jermaine.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Oh, all right. All right, so the discussion continues, but now it's time for the second selection. It's a Yaba selection, brought to you by Yaba. You know, the Yaba people with the kind of songs probably couldn't come in at a more handy time. Kind of the calm in amongst the storm. Brought to you as well by Edge Campaigns for People Who Dream in Color. And this one is the second song on the Yaba album. This one is called Jah Children.
Tomorrow night will be your night for loving. Yes, tomorrow night will be your night for love. I'll hold you close and tell you that I love you. I love you. You hold me tight and tell me you are mine. Tomorrow night, I'll hold you close, my darling. And squeeze you tight and tell you of my love. Yes, tomorrow night will be our night together. Tomorrow night will be our time for love. Tonight it's just a dance, a touch, a glance, romance to follow. Pretending we're just friends until we meet again tomorrow. Tonight it's just a dance, a touch, a glance, romance to follow. Pretending we're just friends until we meet again tomorrow. Tomorrow night will be our night for loving. Yes, tomorrow night will be our time for love. And so tonight I'll hold you and I'll lose you. But tomorrow night.
All right, so welcome back. Welcome back. All right, so that was brought to you by Yaba. The song called Tomorrow Night. And also Edge Camp, big up Edge Campaigns for People Dreaming Color. We go back on, Miss B. Miss B said we go back on. Go on, Hello.
afternoon, Orville, Zidane, program hot, man.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
man,
Good
well
afternoon. By the way, Arsenal scored early, leading Zagreb by a goal to nil.
Is Arsenal square?
Yes, indeed.
Good sign. I wish I would have gone to my Premier League
Nah,
more
me not
better.
telling me boss, man. Although we not done
Eh.
it still, but yeah.
Anyway, Zidane, 1 of 2 points. Zidane,
Mm-hmm.
me not see how everybody that try to take on a set point. You understand?
Yes.
Because most likely, you dey tell the man them, so the 2-man ability, basically, is the same. It's just 2. What the next man would have like a percentage over each other. And
Yeah.
that's totally a set
Yeah,
point.
the other man better. Let me give them a team example, my boss. So Man City finished with 91 points last season. Zin, that Man City team. Arsenal finished on 89 points last season. So they played the exact same opponents up and down through the season. That's where they ended. If a man come and say, well, on, my boss, man. If a man come and say,
okay, all right.
you know the City team that won last season. If he was playing 10 years ago, then that team would have get 100 points. If me said then Arsenal would have get 98 points. Oh, you have to take me on.
Yeah, because I find it enough. Me not see the reason
you
why.
accumulate 89,
you
91.
are putting an example out there with, as I said, a percentage also. Because if the only thing me can come up with is the mother account of your point. And we should not really make no sense. If me go say, Alessandro, the man cannot perform when you get a lower opposition. He's weak to perform in a lower opposition.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we could have said. No. We shouldn't be, you wouldn't so much, because you are trying to show them. You just say, you are trying to show them a point between the 2 scoring.
Yeah, I try to show them to stop overrate, Michael.
Yeah. That's the only thing we could have come with. They say, okay, when this man get a lesser opponent, he can go perform the same way as when he get a bigger opposition.
Yes.
And that's
whole on.
Why the man really argue? There's nothing there to argue.
Let me give another one, Carl. Let me an argument, man. There's nothing
there to argue because you argue. What you're trying to argue, you're arguing a set point,
Exactly. But hold on, Carl. We have more examples for them, So we face a set of goalkeepers. Free kicks. Against these goalkeepers, you score 20 free kicks. Against those very same goalkeepers, same numbers of attempts, I score 18. They want to know if I face lesser goalkeepers now, your conversion rate will increase significantly more than mine. Can't make no sense, my boss. Preacher, you're wrong, boss, on this one.
What you have to tell them, say? You have any proof?
We wouldn't use the penalty.
There's no proof there.
Yeah, better free kick.
There's no proof there overall.
Yeah, better free kickers. Why not necessarily better players? Some wouldn't use free.
Yeah.
No, but it's the same logic,
No. Better players overall.
Orville.
Yes, sir.
Orville.
Yeah.
Kaka is, but you know what? Here I want. Yeah, Kaka is, but later on, you got to boy, maybe come at you or something else. So listen to this. Next radio station.
Who?
I'll tell you, as a listener. No, as a listener. We need the two radio stations. The morning one day and the evening one day. That is, you understand?
Yes.
Yeah, we need as a listener, we need the 2 radio stations.
All right, fine. Then why you take me that card? No. Why you take me that story?
No, me not finish it. Me go big up the man for around because I know him listen. Me go big up oral chasing because I know him listen. You understand? Because I know saying listen to the program that's the way. That's the same way. I listen to the views them.
Okay.
Anyway, that's me for today.
That's you for today.
Arena, man.
All right. Arena, big up yourself, man.
Yeah, man. I will finally see my United are going good. Eh?
Yeah. The league is heating up,
man,
you know.
Yeah, man. This is from last year. Remember when you talk to the boss when we play when between we and Waterhouse.
When you talk to them be boss on this program?
No.
Oh, it was on
TV.
Yeah, man.
Oh yes, you were talking about.
I went with the stadium.
Yes.
With the stadium issue. If you go buy out the stadium. Yeah, they call.
No, man, not the stadium issue. No, remember we're on Waterhouse, no. If you go for the playoff, Waterhouse, I think I go
talk to man next time.
Yeah, man, I remember that was season before last.
Yeah,
last season.
Yes.
When you were gathering momentum, man, you spoke with the coach.
At least they improve from there.
Yeah, new coach now.
I say you can remember
that. Yeah, but we talk with the coach.
You know, me remember.
Yeah, man.
But big up yourself.
Yeah, man, I'll do it. Yeah, man, for real, man. Big up, man.
Reno.
Good.
Yeah, man.
All right.
I wish there was a team called Reno and not a player.
Hey,
and not a call.
Reno is an example why above you needs to be careful, you know. So Reno
Reno
languishing. Yeah.
No, I don't think above you go outside.
It's true.
It's hard. Hey, where Reno be a sinner, brother. They're not fool. Nobody know. You know, easy if you get people if you go down a Reno go play football. Me keep telling you the dynamics of parish football.
Yeah, that's the difference.
For you, if you got try out for Reno, if you not come from within the parish, you could live 30 miles from Reno and ride.
That's a good point.
While Harborview, you are $80 per bus.
Yeah.
If you got train.
You're right.
And probably Harborview can put up some man and thing.
Yeah.
A
more player would prefer to leave rural area to come to Kingston to play as opposed to leaving. Yeah, it's tougher.
It's harder for Reno come back.
It's true.
You said that set that year when Reno was dominant. Reno.
It was a golden generation.
It was just that at the thing. A whole heap of Rossi's baller.
Yeah.
A whole heap of Cornwall baller, a whole heap of Manning's baller. For some reason, but then Reno had a man named Bim Williams. For those who know the history of Reno. Bim Williams was a big money man, you know. And him used to be behind Reno.
Yeah.
That man, the pocket used to look like it unlimited. Just like one brother named Gene Gray, we used to control Seba, and that big money man again. And then I wish one of the Clarendon team did have an ex-Chinese man.
Was it Galaxy?
Yeah.
Galaxy, when Walter went there, them said.
It was a big money man. Too much of these teams, my boss. Reno for sure with Bim Williams, Gene Gray, Rona Mobile. Too many of these rural Premier League teams were kept afloat by one man. With a large
when's that person gone?
For example, God forbid Mr. Gould left Mount Pleasant.
They won't be the same.
And gone back after. Mount Pleasant could get relegated in 2 years.
They wouldn't be the same financially. Because they couldn't be able to pay the
money. Then could drop out of the league in 2-3 years.
Yeah, that's it.
You get what I say? A lot of these clubs are not structured, they are not controlled by an executive.
Yeah.
I want one man decides that me take another thing. When the time go. Well, I don't know if that's the same dynamic for Harborview. I was talking to someone. I was talking to him and him said Harborview's problem is that them not employing the
somebody's talking about Tony James as well for
Tony James on a lost speed.
Yeah.
Proper example.
Yeah.
At that perfect at that used to happen. Some big club with some big money man behind it. And when them pull out, club just gone into shop. We'll take a break. We're coming right back.
So refreshing. What's so refreshing, Sonia? The water is refreshing. Try it now. Where you get that from? No clean manufacturing water. So refreshing. Me like it. Clean water. Located at 20 Syndham Commercial, Old Harbour, Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Telephone number 876-335-0448 or 876-648-7192 or email cleanconcept@gmail.com.
Registration is now open for Sagicor Sigma Run 2025. Register now and get ready to run, walk, and wheel for a cause. Our beneficiaries are Sir John Golding Rehabilitation Center, Father Holang and Friends Foundation, and the Kingston Public Hospital. Be a part of Sagicor Sigma Run 2025. Make sure you're there on February 16 for the Caribbean's biggest road race. Visit SagicorSigmaRun.com and register now. Sponsored by Walden, Pan Jam, National Baking Company, Reggae Marathon, Catherine Speak, Malay Media, and Whistling Frog.
Did you know that there are many exciting careers in public health? Join the Ministry of Health and Wellness for its Health and Wellness Career Expo and Employment Fair 2025. Wednesday and Thursday, January 22nd and 23rd from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily on the UWI Mona campus. Learn about exciting and emerging career opportunities in public health. Walk with your resume for on-site interviews for available jobs across the island. Entertainment, giveaways, and free health screening. We've got them. Admission free. A career in health, the roadmap to success.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we're back online. We go back straight online again. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes. Orville.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I just want to make a contribution to this debate about the 15 points.
Yeah, man. Zidane there too, a FEMA argument tonight.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I was listening earlier, but I had to go into a meeting. So just clarify something for me.
All right. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, just tell me exactly what is your stance.
All right. My position is this. If we are facing a set of opponents and your production against these opponents, let's say it's 30 points per game. That's it. That's what your skill set gave to you against these very difficult opponents. Right. My skill sets gave me 25 points per game against the very same opponents. Now, if somebody hypothetically says the man that averages 30 points per game, if he face some other opponents, he will increase his points per game to 45 points per game. I'm saying it's only fair for mine to increase by 15 points per game as well.
Okay, all right. Got you. But I agree with you to an extent, but then I disagree to another extent. So let's do the math. If just say Michael Jordan use myself and Michael Jordan as the example. If Jordan is averaging 50 points in the tough era, and I am averaging 35 points. Now, if you take my score as a percentage of Jordan's score, so he's doing 50, I am doing 35. So if you do a 35 over 50, it means that my score is 70% of Jordan's score. Which means that Jordan is 30% better than me.
Oh.
That's a logical thing. If I can only score 70% of his score, he's 30% better than me. So what that means now, when we go into the easier league, if Jordan increases his points by 15, it means that 15 points is 30% better than what I would increase
That's
by.
how you want to look at it. But I'm saying you are 15 points better than me. And not, or 5 points initially, and not percentage.
Yes.
Me not go the percentage rule.
No, but you have to go percentage.
No,
because
I don't have to. Why do I have to?
Yeah, you have to go percentage because as the callers were saying, Jordan is better than me. I'm using myself and Jordan in this example.
No. What I'm saying to you is that with all his great skills and his mindset, against these people, on average, he gave you 30 points per game. Against the very same people, on average, I gave you 25 points per game. Now we are facing lesser people. Why should he get 15 more points per game and not me? That don't make any sense to me, my boss.
Yes, because what I'm saying is that he is 30% better than you. Not 15 points better than you.
No,
he's 30% better than you.
No, man, but he's averaging 30 and I'm averaging 25, so he's better than me by 5 points per game. You know what? Accept that.
In the top era.
No, why you don't want to accept that? He's only 5 points ahead of me per game against it in the tough era. 5 points only.
But
so why in the other era now it should increase significantly more? Me don't understand.
No, it's not increasing significantly.
That's what you're doing.
What? Second?
That's what you're doing, actually.
No. I'm saying to you, follow my logic. If my score of 35 is 70% of what Jordan is scored, isn't he 30% better than me in his score?
He's 5 points better than me per game.
No, he's 30% better than me.
No, man, don't say no, Colin. He's both.
He's both, yes.
You can't say no.
All right.
He just wants to have
He's both 5%, 5 points and 30%. Don't
Yes.
say no, he's not.
So when we go into the weaker league now,
yes.
right? Shouldn't we carry that 30% better?
And I'm carrying the 5 points as well. So that is where we have the stalemate here.
Yes, but that is the thing now, Zidane. You're using an absolute number, which is 15.
And you're using an
absolute percentage.
Yes, that's because a percentage is a better way of measuring the person's ability rather than an absolute number.
No, man, the absolute number is what actually was done in my boss. So you can't take away my 25 points per game and talk to me what percentage. I actually average 25 points per game while Jordan only averaged 30.
All right. So let me ask you a question. Using your example, if Jordan had averaged 40 points, how many points would I be expected to average?
Against who?
No, in the tough era.
No man, if Jordan averaged 40 in the tough era and me average 20, then Jordan not twice as good as I was, remember?
Yes. But why? I don't think we're going to agree. But I think percentage, to look at it in percentage is a better way of looking at it.
Yeah, that's because you're a Michael Jordan fan.
No, not really. No, I mean I like Jordan, but I'm not doing this because of Jordan. I'm just saying.
Okay. All right.
Logically, you know.
I hear you.
I guess we agree. We can agree to disagree on this one.
Yeah, man. It's a stalemate.
Yeah, it's a stalemate.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, man. Big up yourself.
Yeah,
Thanks for the call.
All right. Cool.
You know, I'll try one last thing, but I'll come out of sports and I'm going to drive.
Yes.
All right. So I am driving 80 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it always just start drive.
Yes.
And for the first year when I drive, first 4 or 5 years, me I drive at 80 miles per hour. And you drive at 70 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
So me 10 miles per hour faster than you.
Yes.
By 5 and 6 years of driving, I'm now going up to 130 miles per hour. Don't think that you necessarily go and start the 120.
No, but actually that is a I agree with you, you know.
Yeah.
But that's a progression thing now.
Yeah.
Where we start off as youngsters.
Yes.
So maybe you end up being
the difference between 90 and 80 in a driving is not the same as 130 and 120.
Yes.
You agree with that?
Yeah, man.
I don't know how we can squeeze that.
But that is logical now because we started off as 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
After 10 years, after 3 years, we might be on this at a level.
No, 90, 80 or 87.
Yeah, so you are ahead. Yeah, you are ahead.
By 10.
But then a couple of years down the line, I significantly get better than you. I think that's possible.
No, but the same 10, you know. I am saying the difference in driving between a man we had the 130 and a man we had the 120 are 110 and 100. All right, the difference between 100 miles and 190 miles per hour is a whole world, you know, which is different from 50 miles per hour and 40 miles per hour.
Yes.
One of you understand me?
I understand what you're saying.
40 and 50, your woman will drive and you say, babe, step it up now.
Yeah,
I should move from 50 to 60. That's easy.
Yeah, maybe I understand what you're saying.
But ask her to move from 90 to 100. I crash the car or crash on the highway with it one.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we can transfer that in sports is in that how would I put that now into some sporting form?
No, but if we
higher somebody hear what I say.
Yeah.
And farmer thesis around what I'm saying. That the difference between 90 and 100 in driving or 100 and 110 is not the same thing between 20 and 30. Farm the theory for me that the higher up something. If I think about it, I could come up with that theory. And could that theory be transcribed to sports?
Yeah, factor in the opponents are difficult.
Well, at that, no. It's probably not that. Well, that's why I say it's not an exact science.
All right, hello.
You ready for
Yeah, man, a profit.
Profit.
Why, Zidane amount of time you move the goalpost, brother?
No, sir. We stick to one thing.
You see, what I say, you know, there is a side to it. When I see actually I have with the argument, you know, but here I have with the argument. If Jordan averaged 30 points per game against tough defense, and the next man average 20 points per game against tough defense.
Same
No.
The same defense. Say that.
The same defense.
Yeah. So you average 30 against
tough
and I average 20 against that very same defense. Yes.
All right. So let's say that person. All right. So maybe you're not putting the type of teammates in it. Maybe that would have more win your argument. The level of the teammates there.
No, but they can argue teammates and all that as well. But then the gist of the argument is the opponent. The lesser the
but at the same time now, if you use Jordan to say if Jordan could pick up 15 points in the era that doesn't have that difficult defense.
You know why I think?
You
know why I think we struggle to understand my point.
You know why you're trying to do the same 15 to the next man? Because you already used Jordan as the benchmark because Jordan was the top player of the era.
Yeah, but let me tell you what you're missing, though, Carla. The reason why they're saying Michael Jordan would average more points, is not because of ability, of Michael Jordan, They're saying he will average more points because the defense is weaker.
Yes, but at the same time, you still have to look at the level that Michael Jordan was at. Jordan was at the top. That means losing Michael Jordan to say Michael Jordan could pick up 50 more points. It's saying that that's the highest and a player could pick up of the caliber in this.
No, but the reason why he will pick up the 15 points is not because of improvability. It's because of the opponents not being as good.
Yes, but the same thing Orville mentioned about the cricket, is saying that the bigger batsman are going to beat
man, that is not
more than the average batsman.
But that is not an assumption, my boss. You can't prove that. Prove that to me, you win.
Of course.
No, prove
it. Then if Bradman could have,
but Carla, you see if you prove. Hold on, Carla. Let's go to the chase.
Ricky Ponting could make average of 40 per
boss. Let's go to the chase.
Per inning.
If you can prove to me that bigger batsmen beat up lesser opponents far greater generally than you win the argument, I mean, don't talk. Prove it to me. We're going to go around in circles right now.
What's that? You know the man can't prove.
Even me can't. Need to go around the circles with him.
Not even me can't prove that. I remember if me can't, come me get the numbers. When me get the number.
So if that's generally the case, you're right. I mean, wrong.
Yeah.
If that's generally the case, where the lesser the opponents get, the better the greater player get relative to the weaker player. You know when the argument if you can't prove it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yes. You can't prove
I genuinely believe, say,
the weaker the opponents get, the better the elite people get, as opposed to the lesser.
Relative to the
lesser
to
the man below him.
I genuinely believe.
If you don't prove that to me, you will win the argument.
But we will prove that. I show you know we can't prove that. I show you know we can't prove that, brother. But it's my belief. Carl is still there.
In God. But
Zidane, me play enough.
You know, so you the man that make them sound look decent by putting that
point.
The weak,
Then Zidane, me not the boss when it comes to argument. Are you the right the way to do? That's the argument. Come and attack maths.
No,
man attack formula. All you have to say is that great players are more likely to decimate weak opponents than good players.
Yeah.
The program sound intellectual this morning. People, this afternoon, listen to me at about 3:58. People are trying to compare the sports desk with some other something. Listen, I will give you a summary of how to look on the show. We're coming back after that. About 3 minutes before that.
Yeah, we're coming back.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
Yeah.
And a good restaurant. Oh. Ready? So Sports in a Minute.
Terms. US defender Naomi Girma has agreed terms to join Chelsea on a long-term deal for a world record transfer fee. The fee is believed to be the most expensive transfer for a female footballer in the region of £900,000, which is 1.1 million euros, and exceeding the £685,000 BFC paid for Zambia's Rachel Konanje on February 2024. It would also see the 24-year-old become the first woman millionaire player. Women's Super League champions Chelsea were in a tussle with French giants Lyon for the signature of Girma, widely regarded as one of the best players currently in the world. And that's your Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal! Fosrich Financing.
When I got about this now?
What happened to you, missus?
My car broke down and I can't get the parts.
Parts? So you never hear about Dangels? And them are the done in the parts world, you know? Them have parts for Hyundai, Toyota, Nissan, Mitsubishi, Isuzu, Mazda, Subaru, you name it, them have it.
Visit D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories in Kingston at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10. Telephone 929-9146, or in Maypen at shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Telephone 986-7142.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we're back. The final half an hour is up on us. We go back online. Hello.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? Dangerous in Fiber.
Good afternoon, do I?
Yeah. You all good?
Yes, man.
All right, cool. Zidane, I'm going to take you on with. Have you twist you up like a pretzel? This argument me out now. Let me talk to Orville Higgins instead. Orville.
Yes.
I said that I would make some special time for you to discuss this foolish argument that you have with Bradman. All right? And you are saying that even though there is historical notes to say that Woodfull was the most targeted player, you are going to reject it simply because you think that Bradman had the highest batting average in the series.
That's one true. I didn't say that.
All right, tell us what you said.
Me tell you, I'm going to say what. Not say that. That's what. This is my argument, people. People of Jamaica. Here are the facts. Don Bradman came into that 1932 Ashes series as the most dangerous batsman in his time. People were even then arguing that he was probably the best of all time because what he was doing was not normal. The man had scored 930 or 900 and something against England the last time him see England. Them decide we will not have this man making 900 again. So we're going to come up with a plan to target this man. All of that is facts, you know. So Don Bradman was the most talked about batsman in time. When him catch England, him do them when no other team has ever done no team. 900 hard runs. So England said, we have to stop this man. So when the series started, Bradman did not play the first game. Bradman came into the second game, scored 100. England won the game. So Australia, they have them one love when Bradman no played. Bradman played in that second game, scored 100. My thing is, it is idiotic to think that anybody else now could be more targeted than Bradman. But then when you add, Bradman scored more runs than Woodfull in the series. Bradman averaged higher than Woodfull in the series. Bradman was scoring at a far quicker rate than Woodfull in the series. So he make more, average more, higher strike rate. It is preposterous and foolhardy to think that all of a sudden, Anna Bradman are the Englishman them targeted. Good, sir. Let me no logic.
This is not what I'm thinking. I'm just relaying what the facts are.
No facts not tell us that Woodfull was more
sir, I allowed you to talk.
No, but don't say facts. Don't say facts. Say some other man where you read. Say that. That's not fact. You must know the difference between a fact and an opinion. But the facts really? Here are the things. All I want to tell you are facts. You know, Bradman was the reason for Bodyline. Fact. Bradman
who won the war? Who won the war at Waterloo?
Big man, I cricket me at about, you know, sir.
No. You say when I'm reporting on something that historians
Hold on,
deliver to us. You're saying those
no,
aren't
man,
facts.
make we talk. The cricketing facts. Facts, Bradman made 900 odd runs before that. The last
No,
time
but the guy said that.
No, man, me
based
know what you
on the
guys say.
report-
No, reporters give opinions. Here are the facts. Bradman made 900 odd runs. The last time.
So you're saying that we know.
Yeah.
You're saying somebody goes to a cricket match
and gives an opinion,
and they're saying and they're saying this batsman was most targeted
opinion
with short pitch bowling. You're saying that's an opinion?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Was the man?
No. Are you kidding me?
opinion. That's
no. Are you no. Are you kidding me?
Was the man at the series?
Sorry. If I go in a classroom and say there are more girls, no. Wait, Orville, wait, no man.
The writer of that series.
If I go in a classroom,
was he at the body line?
Right, you go and talk.
The man
you
who
talk.
wrote, yes, the man who wrote the article where you at, Mr. Frith. Did he watch the Bodyline series?
I'm listening to you.
That's the question. That's the question. The man who wrote.
No. But I'm not getting the chance to put together my argument.
The man who
so the best thing to do is to make Orville talk.
And I'm asking, the man whose opinion you're taking as gospel, was he at the Bodyline series?
All right, tell me when it's my time to talk.
Then your time now.
I'm asking you a question.
No. I want some time to put together my argument.
Was the man whose opinion you are
without
presenting?
you interrupting every 2 minutes? So you talk.
I'm asking a very simple question. There's a man called Frith who wrote a book or an article that you think is gospel. And I'm asking, was that man at the Bodyline series in 1932?
You don't make your point.
I've asked a question.
No, Orville. Make your point. You don't want me to put forward my argument.
I want you to answer that question.
No, Orville. Zidane, this is unfair.
Zidane, just tell him to answer the question.
Answer the question, no?
Give me my chance to present my argument.
Me not present no argument, no. Me say, was the man whose opinion you are taking?
No, Orville. You presented your argument. Give me a chance for the people to hear my side of the argument.
You are taking a man's opinion as gospel who wasn't even at the scene. Then how you tell me say an opinion?
Can I present my argument?
You're dead in the show. Talk to Zidane.
Can I present my argument? Thank you very much. My turn now?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Zidane.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Zidane. There are 5 test matches in that Bodyline series. Only 2 of the 5 test matches did they use extensive short pitch bowling that we call the Bodyline. They didn't use it in the first test. Bradman didn't even play in the first test and they didn't use it much. In the second test, they found that the pitch was too slow and it was.
Why didn't they use it in the first test?
Give me. Bradman didn't play in the first test as much. It wasn't used that.
So you admit that it is Bradman who come forward with the short pitch bowling?
Yes, man. Okay. They came into the series and they were gunning for Bradman. Bradman was the reason why they.
So what changed after the second test?
Bradman, the pitch was too slow.
What changed
because the pitch was too slow? It did not.
No, what changed after this? What changed after the second test? Why they would go to somebody else to bowl the short pitch?
Okay, so in the third and the fourth test, Woodfull scored more runs than Bradman.
No, that's not the question.
No, let me finish. Allow me to finish.
What changed after the second
test? You make your point.
What changed? I'm asking you a question. What changed after the second test?
So Bradman don't play the first test.
Yes.
Bradman, who they were.
I'm telling you.
Who the Kings set up for. Make 100 at the second.
You ask me a question. Yeah. All right, go on top.
Yes, answer the question. What changed after the second test?
Thank you very much. In the second and third test, Woodfull was the best batsman in those 2 test matches.
No, man, we're talking about the second test.
No. What changed after the second test?
What you saying? No.
Second test, Bradman make 100. Why wouldn't they come targeting me going into the third?
They came in targeting Bradman, as you admitted.
Yes.
After the second test, Bradman was the best batsman. Why in the third and the fourth test now they would change to target somebody else?
Exactly.
What happened?
Because Woodfull was a better batsman. Bradman got out cheaper in those tests than Woodfull.
In the second test, Bradman make 100.
In the third and fourth test,
Lord God, so after the second test,
you're not making you're struggling. Because if you admit
how I'm struggling.
You admit that they came. Allow me. You admit that they came into the series targeting Bradman.
Yes.
He didn't play the first test, so they didn't need it to because he wasn't there.
Yes.
No.
Second test, Bradman did better than Woodfull or whatever I'm on. Why in the third test?
They didn't use a lot of short pitch.
So why would they? What changed after the second test for them to know don't go after Bradman when he already made a
Okay,
big
and
score
I'm
in the second
answering you.
test?
I'm saying in the third and in the fourth test, where every newspaper said those are the 2 test matches where they used the most short pitch bowling for the whole series.
So they target
Bradman didn't last any time. Bradman did not last as long as Woodfull. Didn't score as much runs as Woodfull. Woodfull was the rock in those two test matches. How am I struggling? No, Zidane.
You know, never
Explain
realized
it to me. No, Zidane. Explain it to me. Tell me how am I struggling.
Because he admitted that they came for Bradman. First test in the place, so they didn't use it. Second test,
Yeah, England winning.
Why? Yeah. Why the third test? No, would they target somebody else?
Who was the most targeted in
Why
the
would they
third and
target
fourth test?
somebody else in the third test when they came for Bradman and he did well in the second test?
That me I say.
Why would they target somebody else?
No. Zidane. The question is, in fact, who was most targeted in those 2 matches?
It's most Bradman.
Don't tell me who they intended.
What's the man that
Me
they go
intend
for,
to come for you. No. Me intend to come for Bradman. But Bradman got dismissed cheaper than the other man. And they ended up targeting the other man.
Right, you're Bramble, man.
No, how am I rambling? Zidane, let me ask you a question. No, let me ask you a question, Zidane. I come into a test. Zidane, I come into a test match. I come into a test match to win a test match.
Don't stop your rubbish.
Woodfull is still at the wicket. No. Woodfull is at the wicket. He's the only one who is resisting. Will I not target him?
Big man,
Explain it to me.
Let me tell you.
Zidane, explain it to me. Woodfull was the rock in those 2 test matches. You're saying that because they came to target Bradman, they would not target him?
Tell him to stop it.
Is that what you're saying, Zidane?
No, man. Hold on, man.
Zidane. Woodfull was the one who was resisting. You're saying that because his name is not Bradman, they will not target him?
Hold on.
He's the one who's resisting.
Hold the line and take your licks.
Hold the line and take them licks.
I'm gonna come. Zidane. The first innings of the third test. So Bradman don't make 100.
In the second test.
In the second test, England.
Outperforming Woodfull.
Australia winning,
Yes.
I mean,
England
no man, Australia win. Because England win the first test.
Oh, yes, Australia won.
When Bradman not play the first test, England winning.
Yes.
Bradman coming at the second test.
Australia
won. So it's 1-1 now, winner.
Yes.
So you go down to the third test now. First innings, Bradman fail. Right?
Yes.
Woodfull make how much Woodfull make a 20 or so? Woodfull make 22 in the first inning. Bradman make 8. So the 2 of them feel.
So what are they? 22 make them change now.
So Woodfull in the first innings of the third test make 22. Bradman make 8. 2 of them feel,
Yes.
All right. You see the second innings
of the third test.
Of the third test now, Woodfull make 73. 208 ball. So Woodfull did their jukes. Yes. Bradman step and make 66 from 71 ball.
So Bradman was more dominant.
So Bradman go the bomb at 200 ball, the man faces 70.
Yeah.
And Bradman make 60 from 70.
So Bradman was more dominant.
So in that, 2 of them feel in the first innings of the third test. In the second test, you make 70 from 208 ball, and Bradman step and make 60 from 70 ball. Why would we not go into the fourth test fearing the next
That
man?
is rubbish, man.
Sure.
That is complete rubbish.
That makes sense to anybody with sense, big man.
Complete rubbish. We never realized that the first time I thought it was this nonsensical.
And this, me I tell you, no say that man, we get called and here I said it. So Bradman, it 2 of them feel in the first innings of the third test. After Bradman make 100 in the second test. 22-8. Second test, Woodfull took 200 and odd ball to make 70 odd. Bradman makes 60 odd from 70 odd ball. Which one of them man they are going to fear more?
What is saying to me? The most Bradman?
Remember him making the coming in the
yes.
series, then brother, the most man who make 60 odd off a 70 odd ball, I score at about 90.
So between the second and the third test, Bradman was more dominant than Woodfull.
Dominant.
So why with the fourth test now you're not fearing that you came in for?
You want me tell you what they're doing at the fourth test now?
This man is a joker.
Wanna make the white chateau stop him rubbish from the radar people.
Hey, but he's a joker.
So that was the fourth test. That was the third test in that season. Make we give us some history. I want to see what the white is doing. All of a sudden, I know the Bradman are the man. With him, look at Bramble self. What no me teach the white off it. Me can make 60 in the second innings at the third test. In 71 ball. And you will make 70 from 208 ball. And you them one. That must be them one. Because my sent to win the test before. Go on and come with the business.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right. So people have more. So let me tell you what happened at the third.
Yes.
So now they come to the fourth test in Brisbane. Woodfull makes 67. You want to know how much ball? 232 ball.
Man, they are graph on a scrap.
Bradman made 76 from 130 at ball. So Bradman's strike rate in the first innings of the fourth test was 55. Woodfull was 28. Why now would you still not be the
No, man. Dwight Chattu is completely off with this.
So Bradman made more than you in the first innings of the fourth test. 76 from 138 with a strike rate of 55. Woodfull, 67 from 230 at ball with a strike rate of 28. You know, can't joke all you like, brother.
You're not hurt England.
Let me see what happened at the second innings of the fourth test. I think the game now, England, what the game? The rain now? No, man, because England did win. I think, did Australia follow on? What happened at that game? Australia for fourth test. What happened at that game? Australia first innings, England first innings. Why am I not the rest of that game?
Why? I didn't realize that Dwight was talking the nonsense he is on this topic when he said it before. I didn't even realize. Maybe I was tuned out.
Zidane, anybody who have sense realize that Dwight is talking the biggest nonsense. Brian Lara is the man where you come from. Brian Lara make 100 in the second test. And by the third test, at somebody else. And you did a shift where jokes 70. The brother make 100 nice series, you know. Yo, give me an next.
You see, if you tell me the man make a 100.
Text. Make me text something.
Yeah,
Dwight is a waste of proper reasoning here. All right.
Text message.
It's now time for text messages on the sports desk.
Madness. If in a tougher era, I perform better than another high-class player, than in a softer era, I will perform better than you. Just the same, unless I drop my performance. Is what then again, softer players, your game step up and mine drop. No way, Zidane. But Zidane did not say your game drop.
I never said the game drop.
You know these callers just and these texters.
Yeah.
That ability to get an argument right. Boy, all me I try to teach. And I learn. Attack what the man says. As it relates to the Jordan-LeBron debate, the argument cannot be only based on the defense both men faced. It also must be about the rules of the game around the physical aspect of the game. I.e., the contact calls are much easier now than in Jordan's era. In today's game, they use replays to detect contact. Think about it, please. Another one says, Zidane, it's better you say it would. I don't know what that means. All right, well, let's go on. Zidane, MJ scores 30 points on stronger teams. If playing weaker teams, he scores 40. That is 10 points or 5 buckets. We can also conclude that player X scoring 25 points against tough teams scores same 5 buckets equal 10 points. This one too long, people. Don't have to make them short. I can't afford it. Gentlemen, no man, this too long. Gentlemen, what time is it?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. So some of them are too long. God no. Just read part of it. Gentlemen, I do not think West Indies cricket will ever get better. The main problem for the West Indies is that the team is made up of players scattered throughout the islands of the Caribbean that have different priorities. As a result, the players only get together for a few weeks to play a few matches against opponents who all live and play together. Right away, I dismiss this. Because when the West Indies were dominant, a CM1 scattered set of island, the man them did come from, and it never had a problem. So the man who is texting me this, that the players scattered all across the region is a problem, flawed argument, because the scatter across the region didn't stop us from being the best in the world. Won't go no further with that. Zidane's argument is flawed in the beginning because no one said Jordan would average 45 for his career. But they said exactly that. MJ would average 40 points as a single season record. No, not 45 for him career, them did say.
No career, the man must actually beat them, they must switch now. I want to know the switch argument.
This one is different. Good afternoon, Sports Desk. If one man averaged 20 points and another player averaged 30 points throughout their career in the old NBA, it is silly to think that if they both are placed in the current era of NBA, that they both would get equal amount of additional points. That is basically saying the lesser player would have improved his average more than the better player. The lesser player would have increased his scoring by 75%, while the better player only increased his scoring by 50%. So them got the percentage.
But they don't realize that the points per game, I would say it'd be 10 points per game better than you.
Them got percent.
Yeah, it doesn't change in terms of numbers, production.
Yeah.
It doesn't change, my boss. I'm still 10 ahead of you. So you have it wrong.
Brilliant point. This is shipping port. Brilliant point, Zoni. I don't think Zidane understand how brilliant you have hit back, or it's just him being dishonest after finding all his teeth on the ground. If we should take out pencil and paper and you move MJ from 30 to 45, and then lateral cannot move from 20 to 30 based on dominance of the same defense. MJ up to 45, lateral up to 30, not only logical, but fact.
You know, say me they use another player, not Jordan, would agree.
Why, yeah, them, man.
Yeah.
All right, we're done with the text then. Send show our next one. People, listen for me at 3:57 or 3:58. Perfect analogy. Listen how the program sound intellectual today. I'll give the perfect analogy with about 3 minutes to go. All right, 37. What the number? 6139129. Somebody call that who want to put on the cap, the anchor leg. 6139129. Okay? Dwight with the rubbish come spoil up the good show. Bradman are the dominant man why you set up, why you create a body line series. Bradman no play the first test. Bradman no play all of the game them in Zidane.
Yeah.
And still make more runs than the man when him said them targeting.
But you know what stands out to me? He admitted that because Bradman did not play the first test, they didn't even utilize the body line.
Right.
So it's Bradman and comfort.
Yeah.
Nothing changed after the
and
second.
Bradman made the second.
Bradman was still the most outstanding player.
Then
Australia.
Bradman played less games than the brother. Score more runs, but at the next brother, they matter.
No, that is a nonsense.
No, it is a madman pan radio sometimes.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, man, I know I hear me.
Yeah, man. See, you have 4 minutes. Can we have a big analogy for me before me?
Yeah, man, make a give you an analogy. First
Yeah.
of all, nobody argued.
See, we not hear you. Your line a break up.
I'm saying, argue that Jordan would average. You hear me?
Yeah, we're hearing you now.
Me say anybody come and argue that Jordan would average 45 for his career, nothing no go so. So I personally don't think he would 45 for his career, but he would have a single season record 40 points per game. And his career would move to like between 33 and 34. Jason, this guy named James Harden.
Where you gone? Where you gone? Like you gone for hands free?
Me not hear you, people. No, we're not here. We're not here.
Yeah, man. Me there
Better,
now.
right now. Stay right there, man.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
So I said James Harden career average. James Harden averaged one season 36 points per game, right?
Yes.
It is highest.
Yes.
Given James Harden is a 45% shooter.
Mhm.
Michael Jordan 50% shooter. Right? I'll put it to the average thing. Extrapolate that into this category. And Michael Jordan, I think the same with the shots. Like James Harden. James Harden takes about 25 shots. I would say, argue that Jordan would say, give him 20 points after those shots, right? Free throw. Based on the free throw, I think Jordan could average at least 16 free throw in a season. In one season. In that season, average 16 free throw. Yeah,
No, man, we're not here.
Yeah, and see, as long if you're not saying Michael Jordan would average 45 points if he played in this era for career wise, we not a problem with it.
No, that is why I'm saying to you.
See, we're not here, you know. We're not here.
Yeah, and we have no argument then, CC. As long as we not say Michael Jordan would average far more than the people them know. We not an argument career wise. We not a problem, my boss. So we have no argument then.
Him line cut off for good. All right, let me give me an analogy now, no? And if any time left for squeeze one more. You ready, Nick? Yeah, I remember me analogy between the sports desk and some little fool something. All right, people. So here's an analogy that I want you to get with the great intellectual program called the sports desk. And some little laughy coronation market something. Where man a laugh off and he won't joke. Every time. Here's the analogy. A man opens a vegetarian restaurant in 2000 and long time, which is what the sports desk was. This vegetarian program, but that all such man used to call the program. The ackee and the saltfish bad, the callaloo bad, the veggie chunks wicked, and the whole Jamaica get captivated by this vegetarian restaurant. So I'll call all journalists of the year and them something come out of that. Such man and him company decides that no man, we can't allow that money if we are run with the vegetarian market. So such man decides, say, him and him people, we have to have a vegetarian restaurant too. Because you know, as a Jamaica state. And I suppose the world, you successful in our business, you know our next one to go down the road for pattern you. So this man opened a vegetarian restaurant, him and him people, where a rival mine. But him never come with him vegetarian restaurant and advertise it in a way for say, people come down here, so the food nice and the service great. He started his vegetarian restaurant by cussing the owner of the other vegetarian restaurant. The man they a fool, the man they not this, and the man they are that. Remember that man they don't have him fans already, you know, and them say, but we hear about that little man. So make we go check it out. So a few did, and the little man now start having some people in him restaurant. Film vegetarian too. But after a while, he realized that his constant denigration of the other man now stop the other man show from big. Other people are come and spend the commercial load on this program bigger than down at the coronation sounding something. When this man realized that talking about the owner of the previous restaurant is not getting that restaurant any less traction in the marketplace. You know what this man started, brother? The man started sell pork, start sell tripe and beef, sell tofu. You want like cocoa bread and patty, you get that too. This man has now turned his vegetarian restaurant into a free-for-all kitchen where him sell everything now because no longer he can compete with the vegetarian restaurant. And then has the gall to tell you that him competing with me. Brethren, the only reason why this dude and him people have to change from the vegetarian formula and now start have to cook pork and tripe and beef and tofu and sell the cocoa bread and patty is that as a vegetarian restaurant you can't compete. That is why me can still do what we're doing. You listen to the program today. Sports attack intellectually for 3 hours. That is the difference, people. Calling up my name didn't get him the traction that he thought it would. And you wouldn't add to your business if the original business was going on. You think courts will sell furniture, I'm going to decide to them, I'm going to start sell car in a court, and that you can't get that. Courts is in the business of selling furniture because the furniture business is doing well. This false claim that they are now adding things is because in restaurant terms, that vegetarian restaurant is not doing as great. That is what it is. Pork sell, tripe and beef, tofu, and if you want to cook cocoa bread and patty, you get that. It becomes a free-for-all because you can't compete with me and Zidane for the sports show. That's what it is, people. The analogy is Orville Higgins and calling up my name gave you some traction into the marketplace. You have stopped doing that. I give you a little credit. But when you stop doing that, you now have to compensate for that by cooking every damn thing. So you can't talk about Orville the Dread no more. So now you have to talk. Who are rape who are give who.
So in other words, you're saying he started out
doing the same thing I do.
Veggie. So
yes.
we both veggie.
Yeah.
He realized that the veggie thing compete with you.
None of
so he start sell pork and then start say.
And
we versatile, you know.
Versatile.
We are sell pork everything, you know. Nobody follow, nobody else.
Exactly. The reason why you can't compete with the boss because vegetarian me do, you can't sell pork and say
you can't cuss a man with always have the veggie and a success with him veggie. Say him the versatile in others too.
Me no need to be versatile.
You come to the veggie, a veggie I do.
Yeah. So when you start with pork and bean and
we are not competition anymore.
You are no longer.
You are not competing.
But talk to Emily Cook.
Yeah.
That is the note in this program. Let's intellectual sports discussion. Me can't compete with you. A sport. So now people, you all agree with me that the sports desk, without a doubt, remains the best and most credible sports program.
Oh, we're doing the game. You want to announce the game?
Oh, yes. What time of the game tomorrow? We're doing the Mount Pleasant.
I think it's 3 o'clock.
So the show short tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right.
Big match, big clash.
Mount Pleasant Town.
Cavalier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. We'll speed versus Tapper Whitman. We're doing the game tomorrow, so you can tune in for that. All right, join us then for
so some man can go and cook pork.
Yes.
A vegetarian and callaloo and cabbage. We're still there. Good.
All right, big up people. Tune in tomorrow. So long.
that's the Sports Desk for today. Remember to tune in and participate on the Sports Desk Mondays through to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m.
Top Flight Local Football is on your number one sports station. In a repeat of the last two seasons of Jamaica Premier League finals, defending champions Cavalier will face home team Mount Pleasant at 3 p.m. on Thursday. Live coverage of this epic battle will be sponsored by Mount Pleasant Football Academy.
It's now time for Golden Moment.
Christopher Taylor, world youth champion in the 400 meters, represented Calabar for 7 years at the Easter Boys and Girls Track and Field Championships. He set the records in the Class 3 and the Class 2 in the boys 400. And in his final year in Class 1, many persons were expecting him to challenge the record set by Kingston College's Akeem Bloomfield. His final year, boys Class 1, 400 meters, the 2019 edition. Athletes on their marks. Boys Class 1, 400 meters final. Francis, Simpson, Grant, Whitehorn, Farr, Taylor, and Anderson. Don has sent them away. Christopher Taylor, Calabar, going strong on the back stretch. On his inside is Jeremy Farr. On Farr's inside is a long leg of Whitehorn. They pass the entrance of the Marathon Tunnel. They moved away from St. Catherine Tyrese Grant. So it is Whitehorn now on the heels of Jeremy Farr of Woolworth. 150 meters to go. Taylor, Farr, and Whitehorn. So it's a man from Woolworth, Farr, trying to go into another gear. They pass Taylor on the outside. Jeremy Farr is moving away from Christopher Taylor and Evander Whitehorn. The man from Woolworth certainly is bringing to Will Marion. He will circle, come to life at the boys' championship. 45.67 seconds. I just saw Danny Hawthorne, the coach of Woolworth, and he said, watch, and we have watched the Will Marion. Oh my word! The boys Class 1, 400 meters, certainly coming to 4. Jeremy Farr, who has the record in Class 2 in the 400 meters hurdles, has certainly been outstanding through the classes 3, 2, and now taking the boys Class 1, 400 meters. His final year at Woolworth has been a crowning one. The man, Jeremy Farr of Woolworth, 45.65 seconds. Taylor is second, and in third, you have Whitehorn. First, second, and third, Woolworth, Calabar, and Calabar.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
Top Flight Local Football is on your number one sports station. In a repeat of the last two seasons of Jamaica Premier League